Whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock, 3:01 on an Overreaction Monday here on The Drive, live today in your White Claw Hard Seltzer studios. Bob Baskerville with me, Baron Walker through the glass. It is a beautiful day in Big Orange Country. The sun is shining. There's a fall chill in the air. And we got some coal miners that need to be sent back to the dang coal mines this week, folks.
Yeah.
Don't forget it. Phone line's already popping. 865-966-3435. Your number to call or text the show this afternoon. First off, I want to thank everyone who reached out to me over the weekend with so many kind words. My mother-in-law passed away on Saturday. She had a really tough last year of her life, so it wasn't a complete shock, but we weren't really ready for it either. I was just sort of sitting around watching LSU and Vandy and just, kind of chilling on a Saturday, getting ready for voluntary reaction. My wife was downstairs, so kind of hit like a ton of bricks. So, Bob, thanks for jumping in on
Yes, sir.
on short notice.
Of course.
Couldn't have been a pleasant evening, but I do appreciate you and Walker and Bear, too, for doing all the heavy lifting, allowing me to take care of things at home. So,
yeah, man, it was, we were all thinking about you. We've all been through that at one point or another, man. It's that whole circle of life thing, and it's tough at moments like that. But, this bunch was great, man. They propped me up.
It was a fairly somber affair in here.
Yeah.
What was the meltdown level like, with Shiano Sunday being 10 and I don't know what a zero meltdown is, losing to Georgia in basketball.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever had one of those moments in your life where you got a little too drunk, everything went wrong, and at the end of the night, you're just kind of sitting there drunken and sad, trying to figure out where did it all go wrong? That's kind of where.
That sounds a little specific, but
some people would call that Thursday. But,
I mean, it might have been. It was because it was a night game. You know how the level of inebriation some of our callers goes up.
I did listen to it. I mean, it sounded fine. Like people were handling it okay, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as bad as the reaction after Georgia this year. It would call about a 6 out of 10. The biggest overreactions were there was a lot of talk about people's feelings about Heupel for about 2 hours. That was the biggest sticking point about people's overreacting and how they felt following the game.
They didn't so much want Heupel fired, but they want some firing to be done.
They want changes.
Including members of the show.
They want. Oh, really? Who? They wanted you guys fired?
No. Bob and Walker.
What did I say?
I felt like you were gassing up the callers a little bit.
Wow.
Y'all were
That's
wanting
not
to
true.
You guys were.
Wow.
wanting to see
not
some
true
change
at all.
We can go back and listen to it,
There
Bob
we go.
Baskerville.
That's not true.
And you would hear me
at all.
say that I'm not asking for the firing of Josh Heupel is what I specifically said. But,
Yeah, that's what I just said. I said, but
yeah,
you were going to, you want some firings, just not Heupel.
I never said that.
No, I just
We never said
okay.
that.
said
None of that happened.
There should be some
None of that happened.
adjustments and changes. Maybe that means the current
I
staff
mean,
could adjust. I doubt it, but I never said replace everybody. I mean, that's not it. But I will say, as we go on in this show, it's gone in reverse for me, the whole marination moment, because as we wrapped up VR, I was saying, I don't know, this is good, man. Some of us kept me from jumping off the cliff. We helped each other.
That's what I love about voluntary
Yeah,
reaction.
that's what he always says.
But almost 48 hours later, 40-ish hours later, I'm not feeling good about it now. The more I think
Oh,
about
wow.
it.
Okay.
I'm
Bob's
not.
got a couple of bones to pick. Sounds like I've got a bunch of thoughts on everything that have kind of gathered up in the hose, and we got 3 hours to get to it all.
Yeah,
but and we've got the whole Tony Vitello thing percolating here on the side. Which the latest is Tony is at practice right now. They are practicing at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Tony is there, and beyond that, we don't know. We were told Saturday that expect the situation resolved between 24 and 72 hours, and this is 48 hours or so since then. So I mean, we might have breaking news. We're on breaking news watch.
We will be monitoring all facets of news, waiting for that.
So let's start with football, and I've got here's my micro take on the game and the way this season is going, and then I want to give my macro take on Josh Heupel's program and where things are headed in the long term. In the short term, as it applies to this game against Alabama in this season, we're just a really sloppy team, man. We just are. And I don't know if that's going to change at this point. I mean, we're over halfway through the season here. I mean, we talk all the time on this show about playing a clean game, and we just haven't done that all year in any of our games. And you can't go on the road in this league at night at a place like that against a team like that and commit 10 penalties and have a catastrophic turnover and drop a bunch of passes and miss a bunch of tackles and look generally inept on defense for large portions of the game. You can't do all those things and expect to win. It's never going to happen in environments like that at night. So it's disappointing and frustrating, and it was to watch it all unfold on Saturday. But it really wasn't all that surprising because we've been watching it for 5 years now under Josh Heupel. And that brings me to my macro take here. And I'll just ask a question. Rhetorical, okay? Is this it? Has this program reached its ceiling under Josh Heupel?
That's where I'm at. It's more like we talked about, boy, it's been litigated, whatever you want to call it, for so many times over now about, hey, he came in, took the program off the mat. I mean, it was not even off the mat. It was below the mat.
Yeah.
And turned it into something in year one that I didn't even imagine could happen. Yeah. Then year two was great. And then kind of baby steps, playoffs was a big step, but if it was a 4-team field, we wouldn't have made it. And so I do wonder, is this the plateau now? That's
yeah.
We talked a little bit about that on VR the other night too. And I do, that keeps ringing in my head. Is this, like you just said, Russ, is this it?
And if it is, what does that mean? I mean, look, we're not going to fire the guy like that. We all know that's not going to happen. And it shouldn't, because as you said, Bob, like, he's done an amazing job resurrecting this program from the ashes. You always have to consider what it was before a guy gets there. Like, whoever takes over at Florida will not be inheriting what Josh Heupel inherited here. You have the 2 10-win seasons in 4 years, 2 wins over Bama, 2 wins over Florida, at LSU, Clemson in the Orange Bowl, making the college football playoff. He's killed it, man. He has absolutely killed it here. But as I said earlier, it's just super sloppy at times, especially on the road, especially at night, especially against the elite teams. And doesn't feel like that's going to change anytime soon. And maybe, to quote the drive-by truckers, it ain't ever going to change. So, again, I ask, is this it?
I don't know. I mean, I've wondered that, and then I've tried to remember back, like pre-98, we had those worries about Fulmer. Everybody around town would talk about it. Is he ever going to get over the hump? Now, he didn't go on the road and play undisciplined like this current team does, but just as far as wondering whether or not he can get to that next level, like champion,
I'm beginning to
Four.
wonder, man. Like and again, if this is it, I guess the next question is like, are we okay with that? How long because I think we can all agree, and maybe some of you are there already. I'm not. But I think we can all agree eventually, if this is it, it will get to the James Franklin point where people eventually are tired of it and they want to change. Even if we are humming along at 9 or 10 wins a season, it's not enough. Is that 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road? Franklin was at Penn State, like 9 or 10 years before it got to that point. And Heupel's, it's only year 5. I don't see any way like this. They're, again, not going to make a change this year. Is there pressure next year? Does he have like a time frame? It's like, hey, man, you've got 3 or 4 years to win a championship of some sort, whether that's a conference championship or a really deep run in the playoffs. But, I like, where are we going with this thing?
Well, and I'm seeing some input on the live chat on Fan Run TV, and I think it's good. And it's saying, look, the calculus has changed in college football, and 9-3 might be a really successful season. And I don't disagree, by the way. I'm not saying we need to be playing for a championship every year.
Yeah.
Of course that would be nice, but it's more what you were just saying earlier. What I'm exhausted by are these games where, man, that was not Alabama dominating us. That was us, in my opinion, handing a lot to Alabama. In my opinion,
sure.
I think that was a very winnable game. That's the part that frustrates me more than anything else.
We didn't play our best. We did not give them our best shot.
Yeah, exactly. That's all. I mean, if we were 9-3 in our 3 losses, we are right. Even the Georgia game. I mean, the kick, of course, frustrated me. The play calling at the end frustrated me. But by and large, that was a great performance. I was happy with it. By and large, it's just what I saw the other night. That's the part. It's like, man, you got to be better than that.
It had more first downs, more total yards, more passing yards, more running yards. Like, we
even on turnovers.
Yeah.
It's just, oh man, it was so frustrating. All right, let's go through Rodgers' keys to victory here real quick. And you guys tell me, how many, did we have 5, I think? 1, 2,
yes.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. All right, number 1, get pressure on Ty Simpson.
No.
0 sacks.
0.
Yeah, that's
Lost
a big
sack
no.
battle, 4 or 5 to nothing.
Number 2, get off the field on 3rd and 4th down.
Nope.
We did not. Not early, at least.
No, first
they were 1 for 1 on 4th downs, 5 for 11 on 3rd down.
They were they didn't convert on their 3rd downs. Towards the end, they were like 1 for 4. Before that, they were pretty highly successful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just to Walker's point, the first one in the first drive, it was like 3rd and 13.
That set the tone, man.
Bad.
You could feel it coming, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, you could feel it.
All right, so that's a no.
I would say so. I mean, there was like the middle part of the game, kind of after those first couple drives, honestly, up until the pick 6, where our defense was getting off the field on 3rd down, and they had a bunch of 3 and outs. We got the ball back.
Do you guys want to give them a 0.5 on that one, or
sure? Yeah, I'd go 0.5. Just not for the whole game.
Bob is not buying it, and I tend to agree. with him.
It was 3rd and 13. We were getting ready to sack him for a safety on their first after we had jam at the line of scrimmage on 1st down of that drive. And then we did what we do, where somebody kind of stumbled, stepped.
I tell you what, I'll do it, Walker. We've never done this before in the history of reviewing Rodgers' keys. I'm going to give you a 0.25.
All right, we'll take a 0.25.
1/4 of a percent.
It was about a 1/4 of the game that they stopped him on 3rd down. So that's good.
Number 3 was maximize possessions.
No,
offensively.
Every time the defense would give them the ball or give them an advantage, they would go backwards.
Not really.
Anybody want to argue that we maximized our possessions? No? All right. Over there. Number 4, connect on deep balls.
I mean, we had the one?
How many shots did we take?
Didn't. I was going to say, I can't even remember hardly any shots being taken down the field.
I don't think we took many after he got drilled in the neck and then forearmed in the back of the head.
Yeah,
Pierre.
I got to say no on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find the deep shots that he took.
I don't think he did, and I wonder how much his neck had to do with that.
Let's see. Staley had a 30-yarder. Nobody else had anything 20 yards or more. So we'll say no on that one. And then number 5, be able to take a punch. We talked about you're going to get hit in this game, and can you get back up? And I guess there is a school of thought that says you took the biggest punch imaginable at the end of the first half, and then you came out, got a stop, scored, and then I think we got the fumble after that.
That's right, the one that Perlotti decided to smack around.
I mean,
I don't feel like number 5. I would give it to him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
We kept fighting till the bitter end.
Yeah, particularly given what you just said, the pick 6 was a kill shot in my opinion, but they didn't let that happen. They came out.
When I said be able to take a punch, I'm thinking like a big touchdown pass. You fumble, throw a pick, or whatever. Wasn't thinking like that's not taking a punch.
Swing.
That's taking somebody took a 2x4 and hit you over the back of the head. I mean, that's so. I'll give them that. So 1.25 out of 5 keys to the game.
Not good enough in Tuscaloosa.
No.
Congratulations to Nick Davis. This is the second time Nick won. I don't think this has ever happened before in the long and storied history of the Crown Cleaners Crown Pick of the Week. Nick Davis, a 2-time winner this year. He had 37-23, the final, of course, 37-20. So congratulations, I guess.
I want to note it. I had Alabama scoring 37 in this game, but I had us winning. So
congratulations.
Got it half right. Do I get a half point or no?
For one brief moment, I could chart a path to us scoring 29. You guys were trying to figure out how we were going to get to 29 without a safety. But
Well, congratulations to Nick, and thanks to Crown Cleaners for bringing us the Crown Pick of the Week. And we'll see if somebody can nail it this week in the Kentucky game. Crown Cleaners providing Imperial dry cleaning service to all of Big Orange Country since the 1960s. They've got 2 locations in West Knoxville, Kingston Pike, the OG spot up there, Bearden Hill, right across from Krispy Kreme, and the new place on South North Shore Drive, newish place, near Dunkin' Donuts. Actually been there a couple of years. CrownCleaners.com. Click on the big blue van to learn more. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence. Speaking of South North Shore Drive, we will be back there on this Friday, Football Friday, at the Casual Pint, North Shore, getting ready for Tennessee and Kentucky. So excited to be back out there. They've got some cool things that most normal people are really going to be excited about. But then there's Bear, and that's a little teaser. He's not going to be excited about something that the rest of us are going to be excited about. And it is a bar. I mean, beer. It's aside from the fact that beer will be served. So
I feel like I always have a great time out at Casual
little
Pint.
teaser. You will. You still will. You just won't be partaking in something that the rest of us are probably going to be amped up about.
That's fine. I'm happy for you guys.
865-966-3435, your number to get on board. Coming up, Rocky Top Report. We'll move through this real quickly. We're not going to hear from Josh Heupel today because already some phone calls lining up here, and we'll get right to it after we go through the polls. Got some news on the Oklahoma kick time, some quick basketball nugs for you, and then baseball. I don't know if anything big is going on. A scrimmage over the stadium. We'll probably just break down the pitching rotation, and nothing else really going on with our baseball program. So
it's calm.
Yes.
Very calm over there.
Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Fan Run is giving away a huge prize package.
That's a big box. What's in there?
You're going to want to find out.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Give me the gun.
A winner will be drawn live on Halloween during Fan Run Friday at Calhoun's on the River.
To learn how you can earn entries, make sure you're tuning in daily to Fan Run Radio and following us across all of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law. 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service, 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
It's time for the Rocky Top Report, brought to you by the Kregner Group.
Well, back to work. The now 17th ranked Tennessee Volunteers preparing for a visit to Kentucky Saturday night. Tennessee falling 5 spots in the polls, 6 spots, check that, in the polls from 11th last week. And I mean, no complaints here. You're down there with Texas and LSU as other 2-loss teams in this league. And I just... there's a tremendous amount of parity. Man, I think Alabama and Georgia are pretty darn good, but I think we're right there in that group with Ole Miss, Vandy, Oklahoma, Mizzou, Texas, LSU. I just think all these teams are kind of bunched together.
I think so, too. And, I mean, I was talking with our guy Chris Lowe last night, and he spent time with Kirby Smart down in Athens, and Smart told him the thing is this year, and this goes back to what we've been talking about, you know, even a 10-2 record doesn't guarantee you much this year. He was like, there's so many teams in the SEC that kind of look alike right now. There's nobody, you know, like you said, Georgia and Alabama and A&M are up there in the 3, 4, and 5 spots, and they're all playing great. Some of these other teams are too, but just the slightest trip up can trigger a lot of different things right now. And I guess that's what we got to bank on, really.
I spent some time this morning going through the national stats like I do every Monday, just seeing where we're ranked compared to other teams. And the thing that stands out to me is like there's a bunch of other good teams that have a really low-rated defense like us. And there's a bunch of other really good teams that are more penalized than us. Like Ole Miss, more penalized than us. And like, really? I don't know what to make of that. Is that just good teams play fast and make mistakes? Like, I don't know. So anyway, we'll come back to that.
Sure.
The Oklahoma kick time has been flexed. The SEC is flexing us. So kickoff will be at either 3:30, 7 p.m., or 7:30. Either ABC or ESPN broadcasting the matchup. I know the Tennessee folks are pushing really hard for a night game because we haven't had a night game. And the reality of it is these stadiums transform in the evening. Like,
yeah,
they're just different places, man. You go into, look at Oklahoma. They roll into South Carolina for a noon kick Saturday. It's docile. They just run right through them. I guarantee you that's a different story if that Williams-Brice at night, and we've been there, it's a different place. We run through LSU at a noon kick.
Probably been a little bit different at night.
Probably. So, like, we haven't had, like, that's an advantage. Getting these night games is an advantage, and we haven't had one yet. Like, that's big. I think we're a more formidable opponent if it's nighttime against Oklahoma and we're dark mode and everybody's all ripped on lighter fluid or whatever we're drinking out there in the parking lot. Like,
absolutely,
that's a little different than 3:30. I mean, 3:30 is still be fun, but
still lit. It's not borderline dangerous.
They
like
must.
Night.
ABC must be waiting on what happens with Missouri and Vandy. It must be because I'm looking at that November 1st slate, and Vanderbilt goes to Texas, and that's already slated for noon. Honestly, so there is no question that our game is the biggest one on the SEC slate.
Well, the other game that's being flexed is South Carolina at Ole Miss. So I think they're also looking at us. Like, if we lose this week, and Oklahoma, I'm not sure who they play.
Fair.
Like, all of a sudden that matchup is a lot less attractive.
Well, Oklahoma plays Ole Miss this week in North.
Yeah, I mean, so they could lose that one, and then they're a 2-loss team. If we lose, we'd be a 3-loss team. You know, suddenly it's not an Ole Miss.
Ole Miss could be just one. Yeah,
that could be a
5 or 6.
I still think Tennessee, Oklahoma is because South Carolina is so bad. Like,
so what's the premier time slot? 7 or 7:30? Doesn't matter. Those two
matter. I mean, the afternoon game's already slated to the 3:30s. The cocktail party, Georgia, Florida.
Yeah, so you would be buried underneath that.
Yeah.
I think you bury that Ole Miss game underneath because South Carolina's just, oh man,
they're maybe the worst team.
And Mississippi State plays Arkansas at 4, so that you would have 3 games in that time frame. That's weird.
Yeah, you can't bury Tennessee, Oklahoma underneath all that.
That's going to be a 7 or 7:30.
Yeah.
Basketball, real quickly. Tennessee, I'm told, had 2 scrimmage games against Ohio State, won them both decisively.
Boy, the Jacoby Gillespie returns are positive.
Yeah, and we'll get to see that this weekend. Duke coming to town on Sunday. Also heard the Lady Vols beat up on North Carolina, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Which brings us to baseball.
What's going on there?
Well, they're scrimmaging over at Lindsey Nelson. Right, it's a beautiful day.
Perfect day for fall ball.
Tony Vitello is in the building. And I'm told it's business as usual for him.
Do you guys think it's weird that we're seeing tweets on stuff on social media about that Tony's just at practice? We've reached that level of weirdness now that people are reporting whether or not he showed up.
I mean, people want to know. It's news. If there's eyes on him and he's out there in our gear, I mean, that's a good sign. He hasn't left.
That's right.
Until he leaves, like he's still ours. So a lot of rumors out there, obviously. I don't even know if we have time to get into it all. I don't know that Tony's relationship with Danny White, I don't think it's like damage beyond repair, but I also don't think they're best buddies right now.
No.
I think Tony wants more money if he were to stay. He's going to want more money for NIL. It sounds like boosters might be getting involved to try and help make that happen.
Influential boosters.
Yeah. At the end of the day, well, it's going to take influential boosters to write the kind of checks we're talking about. Because I don't think it's like, here, we need $20,000 to split amongst 10 guys. We need, and we need cash in perpetuity. Like it's not just a one-time thing. We're going to need this every year. And then the other side of this is if Tony has an offer on the table to major the San Francisco, I mean, you're talking about the team of Willie Mays and McCovey and Barry Bonds and like
Atlee Hammaker.
Yes, absolutely.
East Tennessee's
local own. That I can see how that would be hard to turn down.
Yeah.
And this might be his chance, man. You get a chance like this and pass up on it, there is no guarantee you ever get another opportunity.
Well, our guy Basilio today, I was listening. He said that Tony was not the Giants' first target, though. Their first target was Nick Hundley. And I'm not even sure where. I know he's a former player. I'm not even sure where he was, but he has passed on the opportunity. So I'm just wondering if maybe that's why
it's going to be a Kiffin-like thing, and just in that they're going to go down their list. And
I think the more accurate comparison would be what happened with Rick Barnes.
Yeah,
where
UCLA.
Fulmer was remember Fulmer's the AD. He was ready to let Rick Barnes walk, and then we had the influential booster class step in and say, no, we're not letting that happen. And they stroked the check. And I think if Tony stays, I think it sounds like that's what's going to happen here, where Danny White is ready to let Tony walk, because it's too much money and he wants to invest in sports that make more profit. And B, I think Tony's kind of a headache for him because he doesn't kneel before the altar of Danny Dollars. And I don't think he should, quite frankly.
No.
I mean, we talked about it on Saturday. I'll say it again. He's the only coach over there that has a national championship out of the four major ones.
Yeah, that stadium ain't built into what it has become without Tony Vitello.
He's the face of the sport right now,
yes.
too. I mean, not just for us, man, for the sport. It's like him and I guess Jay Johnson to a certain degree too, but that's it.
Yeah, it's those two at the top for sure. I guarantee you there's at least one old dude in a batting helmet in Nashville who's hoping Tony takes the job. I'll tell you that right now. That is your Rocky Top Report, brought to you by Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. They do real estate the right way. Find out what I mean by going online to BoKnowsHouses.com. Contact Bo today for a free real estate consultation. Doesn't cost you a dime. His phone number is 865-742-1035. Tell him I sent you. Get it listed, get it sold, and move on. Call Bo today, 865-742-1035, online at BoKnowsHouses.com. Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. Real estate the right way. Anthony is up first today on the drive. Hello, Anthony.
Hey, Russell. I'd just like to start out by saying my heart goes out to you and your family.
Thanks, buddy.
Hope y'all are doing okay.
Appreciate that.
I've got two points. My first one's probably kind of a hot take. Despite what the stats say, I want to push back a little bit on the narrative that Heupel teams are really good running teams. And let me explain what I mean by that. I feel like a good running team can get those important yards, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1. They can get the yards. They can run the ball when you need it. And I feel like our running success is really scheme related, based on spreading the defense out and going with tempo, which is, is part of the reason probably why the NFL doesn't really seem very interested in our running backs. And on these big short yardage and red zone situations, I feel like Heupel has to have some more self-awareness, and he has to use his scheme to run the ball rather than doing the exact opposite and packing everybody in real tight and going slow. If we're going to run the ball up the middle anyways, I'd much rather do it with 30 seconds on the play clock rather than 6 seconds on the play clock. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I agree with the first part of what you said. Like, it is scheme, I think, more so than just pure talent, even though we've got some talented players on the line and at running back. But I guess my thing is I don't really care, because we had more talent probably in, when Butch Jones, or even like when Pruitt, when he had Wanye Morris and those guys up, and we weren't productive. So like, I
mean, we led the SEC in rushing last year. I mean, you've got Jalen Wright with the Dolphins, Dylan Sampson with the Browns, and he's stuck behind Quinshawn Judkins.
And to your point about the situational football aspect of it, Anthony, like we had a really good 3rd and 4th down percentage last year. It's gone down a little bit this year. It's not terrible. We're still converting a lot of third downs.
Here's a crazy take that I had about that whole last play. And I know, and I would have been leading the charge if he had done it.
Just run it.
Yep. Just mashed
I think we all thought about it.
Slam the ball in Bishop's gut.
No coach is going to do that.
And run it right up Kitzelman.
Again, with 9 seconds. What about a jump ball to Brazel?
Yeah.
Put him out wide. Just put it up. If it's incomplete, it's incomplete. If it's picked off, it's in the end zone. And then you still, worst case, it's either 16-7 or a field goal. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it.
I think we would have scored if we'd ran right there. That's what's been bugging me.
The screenshots of poor Halsley just holding his face.
Oh, yeah.
With literal in the background. It's the 3 guys in the coach's booth going, "Oh my God," as they're watching this unfold. I mean, you got to have a dark sense of humor like I do, Anthony, to appreciate that.
Oh my God.
The famous.
Yeah. Well, to Barry's point, we have led the SEC in rushing, and I think a lot of that is scheme related. So I just don't understand why when we have these big moments, we do the exact opposite. We instead of going fast, we go slow. Instead of spreading the defense out, we pack everybody in tight. If on that at the end of the first half, if we'd have just rushed up real quick and got on the ball and just handed it off real quick with 30 seconds.
We did. That's what wasted so much time because we did that instead
of
taking
and then we got it down to the 1. Well, yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah, that's true. But
that's exactly
really
what we did.
Like, I don't really have a problem.
The first play wasn't a really good call because that back was in a corner.
See, I disagree.
Yeah, that makes where we had to pass it.
I mean, that's how we get, like, they're tired. And you could tell we were tired. And everybody knew, like, if you've been watching the Heupel era, you know what he wants to do. He wants to get up on that ball, snap it with 32 seconds on the play clock, and smash it right at him and get up and do it again. And that's what we did. We just came up a yard short, man. Like, I don't have a problem with the way he managed the end of the first half, except for that last play call. That was pretty boneheaded.
We've been so sloppy in every SEC game this year. We're so sloppy with our drops, our time management, and our penalties. And I'm so tired of hearing that the penalties are baked in the cake when half of our penalties are on defense. We may not, and what y'all said earlier, Mississippi gets a lot of penalties. We may not be at the absolute top in penalties this year, but we're near the top every season. And at this point, if it's baked in, like I keep hearing, then Heupel needs to try some new ingredients.
Great line. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate the phone call.
Just while we're doing this, I'm looking at the schedule too on that. I'm thinking November 1st still. There are only 2 games with ranked teams playing each other, and we're one of them. And the other one's Vandy, Texas, which is at noon. We got to be a night game. Got to be. Even, I think it's to your point, Russ, if we lose again, I think would be the killer. I think if Oklahoma loses a second game, then you got two lost teams playing, and you could consider it to be an elimination game, so to speak.
So here we are 115th in the country out of 138 or 134.
134.
Yeah. We're 115th in penalties per game. We set almost 8 penalties a game. Here are some teams that are more penalized than us: Miami, Pittsburgh, Texas, Boise, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Auburn. Ole Miss is right there at 7.3 penalties per game. Louisville's right there. Isn't that weird?
A&M's the only unbeaten in that bunch.
All these good teams that commit a bunch of penalties.
Yeah, but A&M, like I said, I think A&M may be the only unbeaten.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of. I mean, they haven't played nobody. Like they're gonna
live on bar. If they do that against a good team, they'll lose. What you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Is like maybe being penalized a bunch is not the sign of a chaotic, dysfunctional program that we think it is, as evidenced by the fact that a bunch of other teams are in the same boat, including the guy that Florida wants to hire and Penn State reportedly wants to hire, and probably, number one on everybody's coaching list, St. Lane. It's frustrating though, man. Like when you.
It was our first drive, man. Somebody did something.
It's to the point now too. Whenever something good happens, especially on defense, he's right though. We have a lot of penalties on defense. Like whenever there's a pass overthrown, you're just I'm just because people will start cheering, "Yay! It's incomplete," and I'm just like, hold on. Oh, yep, there it is. There's the flag. It's just
you didn't have to put a hand on him. I mean, the ball was well overthrown. The one on Colton Hood was totally overthrown.
Let's get DR Vol in here. DR, you're on the Drive Fan Run Radio. DR, you there? DR Vol.
Try one more time.
All right, I heard the little buzz.
Hey, buddy.
That's what my call is about, is the discipline. You know, you always hear about the great coach's attention to detail. I guess Heupel just doesn't care. It drives me absolutely insane. In his press conference today, somebody asked about the penalties, and he said it was the details. And he just don't pay attention to them, man. He's just slop out there.
No, I'm
burnt out on it.
No, DR, he's actually in the past talked about the inverse. He said the details matter. And so now he's using it kind of, backhandedly, like, details. It's like, come on, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's the part that's frustrating to me right now. It's that stuff, the sloppiness.
It's extremely, and I'm not asking him to be Nick Saban, but everybody remembers that clip of Alabama. They're up like 40-something points at the end of the game. There's like a minute left, and Saban's losing his mind because the third stringers, they got a penalty for something. That's attention to detail. And it's just like he doesn't care about that part of it.
Did you guys see the clip that because LSU fans are in there feeling a loss to Vanderbilt to do that? And they're, Brian Kelly's feeling the heat now. And there was a post that was going viral on X yesterday of Brian Kelly after the game, I think maybe Mississippi State or somebody earlier that they had beaten, and a reporter asking him about their inability to run the ball. And he went on that rant about, you're spoiled. We won a game and it's so hard. And they responded with a clip of young Nick Saban when he was at LSU after a win. And he is just going off. He's like, listen, you want me to be satisfied with the result? Fine. But I'm not satisfied with the process because we sucked at it. He's just going, and they're like, this is what I want my coach to say.
Yeah.
And I know we didn't win, but you rarely see that fire. And Saban's one of a kind, man. Everybody's going to want to compare to him, but that's the obsessive winner mentality towards winning or losing.
Kirby's cut from that same kind of cloth. All those guys are. The ones that win are.
A little bit, yeah.
He was a quarterback in college. I mean, they have to pay attention to details, and I don't get it. We're always asking him to chew somebody's ass like the referees. He doesn't do that, and then when he gets asked in a press conference, he makes some idiot-looking face, and it's, I don't know, when you're when you're winning, none of this matters, but when you're losing, it really pisses me off, honestly, guys.
Well, I mean, he snaps on the refs. The problem is it seemed to me, and I've gone back and watched most of that game the other night, when he doesn't work him like you see other football coaches like Nick Saban would, or like Rick Barnes. I mean, like he'll sit there and explain the entire rule book to the referee. And,
he'll call a timeout to do it. So
and
he
just,
can walk over.
Yeah, he'll be like, look, according to this, you cannot not call that.
Did you guys see, is it John Summerall? Mm-hmm. Did you see him? They had to hold him back, like physically, like he was going after the ref so much. He had a guy basically bear hugging him, pulling him away.
That's what it was the Oregon game last week. Signetti did that. I talked about this on VR. He was out on the field and the refs were kind to him. They just gave him a warning, but they asked him at halftime about it, saying, hey, man, you got a little emotional there. And he goes, well, I couldn't let that go, man. That's all there is to it. And that's what we want. Just a sign of life sometimes, It doesn't mean he doesn't
like
get it.
Vitello does.
Yeah, that's it.
So this Summerall clip, I'm watching it right now. It's actually from 2 years ago when he was still at Troy, but he had to look at that guy. He had to be tackled by an assistant from going after the, man. Like, I don't know, like you don't have to act that way all the time, but at a certain point, like when you got A guy running into your receiver in the end zone like that, Brazel, obvious pass interference. Like the whole, oh my God, that's BS. And then turn around and keep going. Like,
yeah,
that ain't going to do it, man. That's not going to get you the result you want. You got to chew somebody's ass.
Yeah. The come on. I can read his lips. The come on, man. He's doing a lot of that. And it's
get right up there to get in a 15-yard
Throw your damn headset on the ground, get up there and call the guy everything except an SOB.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right in his face. Spit on, like he could smell your breath. You're slobbering all over him. I want to see Rodney Garner like pulling you off of the guy.
Settle down, Josh.
Yeah, like they got to stop the game because they can't continue because like you're just losing your mind. Yeah. And if they throw you out of the game, fine. Like we'll be fine with that. We'll support you.
Speaking of losing and supporting, guys, if you had to guess, we losing Vitello. My heart can't handle it.
I don't know. I still think it's a toss-up, especially with the.
I'm starting to feel better about it.
With the
longer it goes,
the booster influences DR.
Oh, I can't handle it, guys. I'm in my feels. I mean, losing to Bama, we lose Vitello. I had the breaks that day, and now I am just dreading the Vandy game. You know how that's going to go. If it's us against them, last game of the season, playoffs on the line, I don't know if I'll go. I can't handle that.
I'll take that right now because that means we've gone 9-2. We've beaten Oklahoma and Florida.
We've won in Gainesville
to get to that point, and I'll be right there with you. I'll be a nervous wreck, but sign me up. DR, thank you, man. Appreciate the phone call. 865-966-3435. Your number, quick timeout, more Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at bonowshouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
Brady in Bristol on the text box says, I know he's trash, but the one thing, in my opinion, Butch Jones actually did right was he showed emotion and went at the refs and or players if it needed to be done. Players feed off that emotion, especially in big-time games.
Ain't wrong.
He was the other end. There's a happy medium between Butch and
Butch Jones is ass.
Yes, he is. I would put him further out there just based on, I mean, we've it's one of the best stories you tell, the infamous Florida. We couldn't get the play in because he's screaming into his microphone.
Yeah. He was unhinged.
Yeah, he's still unhinged.
He let his emotions impact the game. That's not what we're talking about. It's just you can only get walked on for so long, man. At a certain point, you got to stand up for yourself, right?
Well, not just yourself. You got to stand up for your guys.
Yeah.
You got to have their backs.
Look at Kirby, man. Doesn't stop fighting for his. He's up there lying. I wasn't. I was clapping.
He convinced the referee that he didn't eat meat.
I want you to lie, cheat, and steal from me, Josh. Phil is next. Good afternoon, Phil.
What you say, W?
Hey, Philly.
How you and the boys doing?
Man, we're making it through, you know.
I heard Bear and Bob Saturday night that they did a good job.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
Miserable experience, though.
I mean, it wasn't the worst one we've ever done, but I mean, for people from my age, Bob's age, your age, Russell's kind of in there. Like the Alabama game is it for me. I mean, it's the biggest game of the year. I hate him.
Yeah, and then Greg McElroy running his mouth and them smoking cigars after the game was kind of depressing.
That McElroy guy, I'm out on him.
I was saying that, because he was pretty critical of Joey during the week heading into the game. And then during the game, I felt like
he was overcompensating.
Like it was disingenuous.
Yeah.
This guy, he's so gutty, man. I love this guy. It's like, knock it off.
Well, they kept showing, the Simpson family.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, guys, we just got out coached Saturday, and there's really not much difference in talent between Tennessee and Alabama.
They're more talented than us, Phil.
Especially on the
a little bit.
They got 14 5-star players on their roster.
We gave them the game.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
And Heupel's got some problems. If he don't fix them, he needs to go.
There's somebody that isn't on this year's team or in the program this year. And I'm beginning when I texted Bob earlier today. I was going to bring this name up. Somebody we haven't even talked about.
Nico?
Nope. I wonder how big an effect his absence has been, and that's Mike Eckler. Linebackers coach.
Special teams are terrible this year.
Special teams are taking a step back, and our linebacker play is not as good as it was last year.
Yeah, and Jacoby Thomas, they should have never let him go to Mime. They should have gave him what he wanted and kept him here.
Go out and find a safety. I mean, we've got Peyton allegedly meeting with Vitello, trying to get this thing, save this thing. Like, hey, while you're at it, Peyton, can you scrape us off another $1 million for a safety? I mean, did you watch the Alabama game Saturday night, Pate? Come on, man, hook us up.
I mean, we're not talking about Ed Reed here. Just a good safety.
Yeah, just Will Brooks. Find me another one of them.
Well, Peyton's got the money to do it. There's no doubt about that. But one more thing, Vitello, is it true that he's upset about the Lady Vols getting more money for recruiting than he has?
That's one of the storylines for sure.
It's one of the rumors that.
Well, the thing we heard, Bob, was that it's not necessarily that he's against the Lady Vols having anything. It's just he thinks the money should also come from football and basketball.
That's right. That it's not solely coming from his program.
Do you think he really said something about being the having a national championship?
I haven't heard that. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, I heard from one that was said.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like. That would be probably my trump card in any debate with my boss. Is like, hey, go check your trophy cabinet, right?
Well, Oklahoma and Tennessee, that'll be played even if they had 2 losses. Who would want to watch South Carolina and Ole Miss nationally? I don't care, if they play in the backyard. See you.
Thank you, Phil. Stay with us. Setting up a big hour 2 of the drive. Will continue with more of your phone calls. 865-966-3435. Overreaction Monday continues. The top 4 at 4 when we can come back with you next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
It's football time in Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the Drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for FanRun Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive. Top 4 at 4 brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. Walker, hit it.
At number 1, the new AP poll dropped on Sunday with the Vols taking a tumble down the list. Tennessee is now ranked number 17th, 6 spots lower than last week following the 37-20 loss at Bama. Some other movers included Vanderbilt to number 10 after beating LSU, Miami falling 7 spots to number 9, and Arizona State getting in at number 24 after upsetting Texas Tech.
What do you guys think of this is so stupid.
What's that?
Missouri and Vanderbilt.
College game day?
College game day in Nashville.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Vandy is a 1.5 point favorite, I believe. 1 or 2.
I mean, there are a lot of times where their games, like for instance, the cocktail party, the Iron Bowl, the Egg Bowl. There's games on where you really can't root for either team. I mean, this is right up there for me.
It's their third of 4 consecutive games against ranked opponents.
Who they played? Bama,
LSU.
They just beat LSU.
Mizzou, and Texas. By the way,
Texas,
Alabama,
Mizzou.
the first team in the history of the SEC to win 4 consecutive games against ranked opponents without an off day.
Wow.
If you would have told me at the beginning of the season that you would see Indiana, Ole Miss, and Vanderbilt in the top 10 past the midway point of the season, and I think Georgia Tech's 11.
I think Vanderbilt's, have they ever been ranked in the top 10?
It's been a long time. They have been.
Like ancient days?
Like the 30s or something crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Call me crazy. Like, where's that Texas game at? Is that in Nashville or is it in Austin?
Nashville.
I still don't know that I wouldn't take.
It is in Austin.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Texas played there last year.
I've watched them both.
Right.
Vanderbilt's a lot more physical than Texas.
I would agree with that.
Did you see that cut film of their linemen?
They're losing one of these games. Vandy will lose to Missouri or Texas.
I think they're going to lose to Mizzou. If I had to guess.
At number 2, Florida has fired Coach Billy Napier a day after an error-filled win against Mississippi State marked much of his 4-year run with the Gators. During a press conference in Gainesville, Florida, the AD Strickland said his decision to fire Napier on Sunday following a 3-4 start to the season was ultimately because, quote, we didn't win at the level we needed to.
You got to really suck to get fired the day after a win.
I heard some national guys on our station talking about it over the weekend. The Titans fired Malarkey after a playoff win, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, we didn't win the Super Bowl. Like, lost a game after that. But
Jimbo Fisher got fired after a win.
I mean, it doesn't happen often. I mean, I don't know if you saw this Saturday night, Russ. They were booing him coming off the field.
Oh, yeah. It was terrible. I mean, they should have lost. You had Shape and thrown a pick.
Yeah.
To a nose guard.
I don't understand why they were even throwing. That was the
exactly.
other thing. I mean, it was just.
I don't think Brent Venables does either. Or not Brent Venables.
Jeff Levy.
Jeff Levy.
Look, I mean, with Napier, our guy Josh Pate made the best point about it. The fact that he wasn't going to stop calling plays cost him his job. Like, it was always questionable play calling with him, bad decision making in games. but he just would never.
No, that's a good point.
He would never.
He couldn't
get
step
rid of
back
those
and
play
just
calls.
manage a game and hire a guy and let him. That's a good point.
Mhm.
Their offense always sucked, man.
Exactly.
Never did anything well.
Didn't seem to have a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it.
At number 3, there were more injuries to quarterbacks this weekend in the NFL. Commanders QB Jaden Daniels will have an MRI after exiting their game with a hamstring injury. Elsewhere, Panthers QB Bryce Young will be out for at least 1 week with a high ankle sprain, according to reports.
It's been a pretty brutal year in the NFL, hasn't it?
Yeah, and also the good quarterbacks keep getting hurt, and the bad ones keep playing, and it's just awful quarterback play all over the place.
The latest in the season, the Panthers have had a winning record since the Super Bowl year with Cam.
Right.
Wow.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but they're actually kind of fun to watch right now.
I haven't watched them at all this year because they haven't been on TV. I don't know. I don't have the red zone anymore.
I mean, you shouldn't lose your job due to injury, but they just got to make Rico Dowdle their number 1 running back. Yeah, they're in Charlotte. At number 4, the ALCS goes the distance tonight with the Seattle Mariners and Toronto Blue Jays set to play a Game 7 to see who is headed to the World Series. Shane Bieber will take the mound for the Jays, and George Kirby will start for the Mariners. First pitch is at 8 p.m. It's going to be an awesome game. The series deserves it.
Really looking forward to that.
It's going to be really fun. I'll probably want to watch that more than the Monday Night Football games going on.
Is this going to be the last good game of the baseball postseason?
No, I'm sure there might be a couple good games in the World Series, but the Dodgers are a wagon. Yeah. But both of these teams are awesome.
I can't imagine Dodgers pitching is going to keep doing what they're doing. I mean, it's incredible.
Along with their bats.
Who's the better hitting lineup, Walker, the Mariners or the Blue Jays?
Blue Jays. Blue Jays have the better lineup.
They're hotter right now, aren't they?
I mean, they are now. It's been such a weird series where, like, the first 2 games, Toronto just looked horrible. Their offense got nothing going. Second 2 games, Vlad Guerrero Jr. goes nuts, and they blow him out. 5th game, the Mariners win in a huge game. And then last night, the Blue Jays offense just went nuts again, and Vladdy hit another home run.
All right, well, we'll be keeping an eye on it. Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Don't put your dental visits off any longer. Do what I do. Go to Knoxville Smiles. Now through the end of the year, half-price whitening procedures if you get a routine dental cleaning. Got to get that done. Give them a call, 865-539-1776 to set up your appointment. You can book online, knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. It's Overreaction Monday on the drive. We are on Vitello watch. That'll be wrapping up that practice soon, huh?
You would think.
Tony Vitello at Lindsey Nelson Stadium as we speak as Tennessee continues fall ball work, as he continues to mull over an offer to go coach the San Francisco Giants. Real quickly before we get back to football and these phone calls. If Tony leaves.
Oh, God.
Oh, Tony, please no.
We made sandwiches.
You got to give it to Elander, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, given the time of year we're talking about and everything else, because there's not a whole lot till the season opens up in February.
Mm-hmm. It's going to come quick.
And I'm not talking about, like, you can't do the interim thing, man. You just
give him a job.
Yeah, and you're not gonna pay him you're not gonna pay him you probably pay him, like, Tony's making $3 million. You probably bump him up to like maybe $1 million to coach that team. And you keep Frank, you keep Ross Kivett, and you keep this roster together. And I know, for years, I've been the guy who says you never just give it to the next guy. I think this is a little bit different because it's not Bill Guthridge at North Carolina. He's 70 years old and he had been with me forever. Like, people have tried to hire Josh Elander. He's been a hot name. He's going to be a head coach somewhere, probably in this league.
I mean, South
soon.
Carolina probably should have hired him.
Oh, definitely should have hired him. Yeah. So I think it's a little. It's not like you're now. Texas A&M is reason for pause in that. Listen, we're losing Tony Vitello. If that happens, if he leaves, you're losing something that's irreplaceable. Really.
I said it last night. A couple of thoughts here. I said it last night on my podcast with Chris Lowe that we were talking with Chris Burke, and because Burke surprisingly said he thinks that it could be Frank too, which kind of surprised me, honestly.
I've seen that. I know Mike Wilson, who's reported well on this for the News Sentinel, keeps mentioning that too. So Frank's been a head coach before at Oklahoma State. I got the impression that he was kind of in that John Chavis mode of, I'm fine being a pitching coach.
Yeah.
If he wants the job, like that would be different.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't expect him to stay under Elander in that situation. I don't know that he wants the job, but if he, my hope would be is that like he doesn't want it. He's only going to coach for another year or two anyway. And it's like, hey, just stick around for as long as you want. Help Josh
get off to a good start.
Yeah.
What about what are the kids? Q?
Well, yeah, I mean that's Tony's boy, and he's got major league experience, right? He went to the Cubs and then came back. So yeah, would Tony take him? I mean, that's another very key. That's a big one.
One of the things too that I want to mention, because I've been thinking about it all weekend, and you mentioned it, Russ. It's like whatever happens, if he leaves, it won't be the same, and it won't be the same in this regard too. And I'm going to use kind of there's an adage in business, like when you have a CEO, a really dynamic CEO of a company, that could add $3 to $5 to the stock price of that company. And I think if you think about Tennessee baseball as a stock, Tony Vitello is probably worth $5 minimum, to that stock price. I mean, I'm just saying that he's so invaluable just because of the intangibles. All these other guys we're talking about, Frank, Elander, Ross Kivett, all those guys, man, they know ball. We know that. So it's not like there's going to be a big knowledge gap, but it's the whole, the unknown on the leadership, the presence, the charisma, all of it. That's going to be the part, and it's going to be hard for us to adjust as fans if it happens too.
Very much.
So I don't know, man. That's the part that's really kind of sticking with me right now.
I don't know. Elander and Kivett are both fiery dudes.
Yeah, we don't know Elander. Like I don't. I'm sure he's spoken to the media before. I can't recall it.
Yeah,
and if he got the job, it's like you can't try to be Tony Vitello. You have to be yourself. You're probably not going to be the entertaining interview, and you don't have to be winning. Yeah, you got to be yourself. I mean, now if you want the fire, if you want the personality, Frank's probably your guy.
Yeah.
And again, like he's not going to be as personable as Tony with the media and all that stuff. But if you want the guy who's fighting in the dugout, like Tony did, that's Frank.
Isn't that what Tony calls him? Like crazy ass Frank.
Crazy ass Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's the only part that would make me nervous is he's a little bit further out there than Tony. And I mean, don't forget Frank got tossed right along with Drew Gilbert that year.
I keep hearing, I've been hearing that Frank is about to retire for a couple of years now. Like there was thought that he might hang it up after the national championship. So I would hope that he understands. It's like, dude, we can't. Maybe in his mind, he's thinking, hey, I've earned the right to captain this ship for a year or two. Elander, stick with me. Like I'm only going to be here for a year or two and we'll hand it off to you. But I don't know how you recruit in that situation.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be Elander. I know the last thing I'll say, I would hope Danny would just do that. I hope he wouldn't let his ego, I'm going to put my stamp on this. Yeah, I'm going to go out there and hire somebody and bring in my people who are loyal to me. Don't do that, man. Don't blow this thing up. It's too good.
I mean, Coach Vitello built us a Lamborghini of a Ferrari program.
You hire Elander, you have him on a friendly contract. You give him if it starts to fall off after a year or two, then blow him out of there and go hire your guy. But
maybe steer some of that money you're saving on not paying Vitello $3.
Yeah. This thing is
NIL.
This thing is too special to blow it up and risk bringing in somebody else.
He needs to, first time ever since he's been here, Danny White needs to be really, really careful with this one. I mean, if they can fix it with Tony, they need to, because Tony's got the fans on his side.
Let's get Roberto in here. Roberto, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Go ahead.
Well, you gave me a million segues there to some of the things I've been thinking about since Saturday, but the most important one is, Russ, I don't know what happened, but I consider you a friend, and I've been praying for you and your family.
Man, I appreciate that. My mother-in-law passed away on Saturday, so yeah, she had been unwell, so her suffering is over now, but it's still a sad deal and tough on the wife especially, and young kids. So I appreciate that, and all the thoughts and prayers, they really do help.
No worries, man. I really do consider you a friend, for the record.
Oh yeah, we're buds, man. We go back a long way. Love you, buddy.
It's not what I was worried about you. Bob, you're just jealous.
Yeah.
No, guys, I wonder if Bob already mentioned our next coach, but you haven't mentioned him yet. And that might be, think about a guy who loves college baseball and is all vol.
John Gruden?
John Gruden. He owns, think about a guy who owns land in Jeff County. R.I.P. to the GOAT, by the way, Snowball. Misses some Snowball. R.I.P. Snowball. Chris Burke.
Interesting.
I don't know if he wants the job. He makes great money, but I'm sure his wife and kids would love to have him home on half the weekends during baseball season.
I think he's probably pretty happy being one of the lead announcers for college baseball.
He's a family man, Bear. I mean,
Exactly.
and maybe he does a lot of it from home, I guess. But I think the hierarchy is Elander, interim Frank, then Burke. You have to give him a shot. But I don't think it's happening, guys. I think Tony's going to be here. If he's here tomorrow morning, I feel very confident.
Let's live in our hopes, not our fears.
But yeah, what a way to deflate us last week. We should have known the Bama job was coming. I mean, think of Jay Graham on Thursday, Tony on Saturday at 2, and then that. Like we know better. We don't get to have nice things as Tennessee fans. It's not our shtick. We're the Cubs. We're the Cubs. We're Tottenham. We're the Saints. That's who we are. That's who we are.
We
guys.
do. It's been a while since we've summited in college football, but we've won conference championships in basketball. Got a really nice program. We've won it all in baseball. We don't get to win it all every year.
You're right. But if you get and then this last thing I'll say about Tony Vitello, if Danny lets him walk off that campus for any other reason than I really want to be the San Francisco Giants manager and they're going to pay me $8 million and make me the number 1 or number 2 paid guy in the majors, Danny White, Bear actually indicated it, and I think he's already on thin ice. Danny's not exactly likable, and he's charging us out the yin-yang. And don't ever forget, he's gotten his guaranteed money for those season tickets, so he don't care who's coach. He don't care. And if he does that, and he lets him walk off campus because of an NIL/rev share problem, Danny is going to fall through the ice. And he is on super thin ice with a mega donor and the greatest and most recognizable Tennessee Vol of all time. And that's that.
Yeah, and we've heard the stories about Dondi getting involved too. I mean,
I've heard that too. I didn't know if that had been
I don't know if
reported.
he's got the juice or not. I mean, he's obviously super powerful, but he may get overruled here. I don't know.
If you bring Dondi in, I will say this about her. She is a beautiful and fine woman, and I enjoy her company. She is awesome to be around. But I'll tell you this right now, she's not a person I would cross ever. She's got that it factor about her. She's awesome.
Hey,
but if I was Danny, I would not cross her if she's my boss.
Listen, like Danny White has obviously done well here, to put it mildly.
Sure.
He might need to be knocked down a peg or two. You might be getting a little big for his britches.
Yeah.
Isn't he the fourth highest paid individual in the great state of Tennessee? Josh, Rick, Tony, Danny, in that order.
He's the highest paid AD, isn't he, in the country?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's almost double anybody else.
Yeah, but honest to God, I mean, with that being said, I'm not begrudging him any of that. I mean, we're
No,
the
that's not it. But I think I'm sorry, Bear. Go ahead.
We are at that center of that Venn diagram. I saw it again last week. All 4 major sports are currently ranked, whether it be preseason or in season, in the top 25. Most,
Yeah.
You can't really argue those points. I agree, by the way. A lot of people are kind of ticked off he let Brian Penske walk, and then Penske went FSU and won a national title. And I think the nightmare scenario of Vitello is he goes to the Giants, hates it, and Dave Van Horn retires. That's nightmare fuel. Guys, last thing I'll say, we lost the game not at the 4th down excuse me, I guess it'd be technically 3rd down with 4 seconds to go in the Kitzelman interception throw thing. That's not when we lost that game. We lost that game with 28 seconds when Heupel didn't call a timeout and ran it down to 18 seconds before he ran a play. He is too far beholden to the headsets, and he's too deep into it. He's got to have somebody go, Josh, call a timeout right now, that he trusts that does that. He does that, and that's another reason we don't get calls, because Heupel's worried too much about the very next play he's got to call, because Halsley's not calling plays. It's Heupel, and he doesn't concentrate enough on the actual game and the ins and outs of working an official. You talk about working official. Oh, gee golly, come on, is not exactly working an official. Hey, guys, like, Heupel either needs to be on the headsets calling plays, which he's elite at, and I'm for, or he's got to have a guy. He's got to have like a get back guy, but for timeouts and getting on the official. I'm with that. See ya.
Thank you, Roberto. It's just so bizarre how Heupel, the first 4 years, I thought he's a pretty darn good game manager, man. I mean, nobody's perfect in that regard, but I thought he was on the cutting edge. I kind of liked the way he didn't take time. He would force the issue and would just go fast and not take the timeout when most other coaches did.
I mean, if we had like 18 seconds in the ball, he was going to score some points.
Yeah. This year, it just
feels like we're miles away from that. I will always, it's indelibly printed into my brain, is that little mini drive against Alabama at the end of the game to win it, right?
Yeah, that was
like
18 seconds.
That was like
at Kentucky.
That was a masterpiece.
He did that right before halftime.
That Kentucky game, the 2021, when he really double dipped him right there. That was masterful.
Yeah.
So I think we got like 10 right before the half and then got the ball back and scored again.
That feels like light years away right now. Just does.
Well, and I don't think it's like he hasn't gotten any dumber.
No.
It's just, I think that stuff is, I want to say it's luck, but he likes to live on the razor's edge at the end of these games.
Yeah.
And maybe be a little bit more conservative. Heupel is such an enigma to me because he is a very fast, hyper-aggressive coach, but you hear a lot of our fans saying he's too conservative now. But in those end of game situations, end of the Georgia game, end of the first half the other night, it's just like, he's like, how far can I push it, man? He's like a gambler on a
full tilt,
on a high.
Yeah.
You can't walk away from the table.
Yeah. I still think we should have ran the ball there instead of, obviously, I would have rather taken my chances running the ball than, Kitzelman, and you throw it behind him. I mean, that was, I could have told you what was going to happen.
That was one of the first Joey balls that we were worried about when the season began. Right. Where he's, that was
so
bad. That was a bad pass, but he was just working the play that he was given.
Yeah. It was a bad pass. It was an even worse call. Stay with us. The Drive continues. More of your phone calls coming up.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamika Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at bigsportshow.com. That's bigsportshow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on. Radio, the drive continues. Overreaction Monday. And there is much to overreact to. Tennessee baseball on the brink. Tennessee football over on the brink. But if the playoff is your goal, if you think that's a realistic goal, I don't think we're getting in at 9-3, Bob. I think you got to win out at this point. And a bunch of hard games left.
I agree. I think, like I've been saying, I still stand by. I think 10-2 won't be a guarantee, but you're going to be in the conversation for sure. 9-3, I don't think you will be.
No, I mean, the playoffs effectively start Saturday. We can't. One loss and you're out.
You guys worried about this game at all against Kentucky?
It depends on how Joey's feeling, honestly.
I don't know. I'm just real. To be honest, I'm not even thinking about it yet. I'm still thinking about this weekend.
Still processing.
I'm still processing last Saturday, along with all the. I'm more worried about the Vitello news and what happened on Saturday than thinking about.
You know what? This is nowhere near the 9-6. Like in terms of just bad Bama losses.
No, it's not that bad. But here's the thing: losing to Alabama is one thing. Losing to Kentucky is you think people are mad and having a conversation about Josh Heupel, starting to question where this is all headed, right? Mm-hmm. You think we're having those thoughts and emotions and conversations right now? Lose to Kentucky and this becomes a different conversation. I'm not saying he gets tarmacked or anything like that. But then
he's a lot of political capital.
People get pissed. Then it's, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah,
we don't lose to Kentucky. Just we don't.
No, I mean, that's exactly what happened to James Franklin in a short amount of time. It went from this guy, he can't win the big game, but, he doesn't lose the bad ones. And then he lost a couple bad ones in a row, and then he was gone without even a second thought for them.
Yeah, but this is like
it's a different situation. Yeah.
Trey is next. Good afternoon, Trey.
Afternoon, fellas. How we all doing today?
Doing all right. How about you?
Oh, not too bad. Sorry about the mother-in-law, Russ. That's never fun.
Thanks,
but
bud.
best wishes and prayers to you and yours, guys. I made money Saturday, like I said I would, but I cannot tell you how pissed off I am. I just can't. I knew we would lose the game, right? I called in Monday. You guys clowned me for being negative. Said, can we at least go play the game? Whatever. I get that. I knew we would lose this game, and I knew it probably wouldn't be close. But the way we lost it, and I'm sure this has been, talked about plenty, but I got to let it out. How undisciplined, unprepared, and just out-coached our players looked was the part that was the worst to me, right? I can't really give Heupel an excuse on a huge talent gap in year 5. Can't give him a pass there, even though there was one. That falls on his lap. But the absolute breakdown of his players' discipline, communication, and our ability to call effective plays was just disgusting. I mean, even at the end of the game, right? You're sitting there watching us just try to run it in to score. And there's just no creativity. He had nothing for DeBoer, and DeBoer's not a great coach. I mean, he's at Alabama. I mean, it's like driving a Ferrari against Ford. You're gonna win a lot, but just to see the lack of preparedness in our team in an environment like that in year 5 was stunning, and quite frankly, it's totally unacceptable. I've been on the Heupel bandwagon, and I still am. I want to be very clear about that, but I think that there's no more excuses. The defensive side of the ball needs to be completely overhauled. That staff needs to, other than maybe Rodney, they need to be replaced. We're never going to win a championship, with that with the people we have on that side of the ball, period, full stop. And I think that you need to look at your offense too, and you need to make some changes in the red zone because, the announcers called it all night. Once the field condenses, our offense loses its effectiveness. And it showed, man. I mean, we struggle when we get down there against good teams. Against bad teams, we light them up. But against good teams, it's noticeable. But I'm just really disappointed. I'm really pissed off.
Yeah.
And that's just where I'm at, guys. I think that it's time to make some changes in that program.
I don't think it's going to happen. Trey, I mean, you're certainly not alone in that. And I've got mixed feelings on the Banks thing and everything, because here's my thing. And, I know you're not a casual, Trey, but you're I don't know how hardcore you are about this. Like, what do? Fire Tim Banks, and then what? Who are you going to go get?
I'm not being paid $10 million a year, Russ, to know the answer to that question, right?
The answers to that question, though, are not. It's not going to be big names. It's not you fire a guy that you just gave a big raise and is making $2 million a year. There's not a lot of coordinators around the country that are going to be like, yeah, I'll leave my high-paying job where I'm highly successful and come work. By the way, for a coach that plays up tempo like that and often puts your defense in disadvantageous situations. So the thing I keep coming back to is name me a fan base that is happy with their defensive coordinator. Maybe Georgia, maybe Kane Womack at Alabama. I guess they're feeling pretty good these days. Ole Miss fans don't like their guy.
Ohio State's probably pretty happy with their defensive coordinator. I mean, the top tier teams, Russ, the group we want to be in are happy with their defensive coordinator.
So you're going to go take their coordinator?
Absolutely not. I mean, what you do is you find somebody that's young and upcoming and is talented.
That's what we did.
You bring them.
That's Tim Banks.
Did we?
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
he was young, up
Talented?
and coming, coached at big programs before.
Russ, when I'm looking at a 3rd and long every time, and I can say, well, that's a guaranteed first down, we have a defensive problem. I think the fundamentals of this defense and the way that our secondary plays coverage, it allows for a team with even a quarterback with a pulse and moderate receivers to pick us apart. I mean, you get to catch the ball 7 yards deep almost every time. I mean, before we're making contact, we are not. I think schematically we're broken. I mean, we could have this argument for the next 40 minutes. I know you got a lot of other angry people on the line, but that's where I'm at.
I feel you, but and I feel
you
your pain. Thank you. Love you too, buddy. Like, yeah, I just think that, the Ole Miss folks are having that same. And by the way, when Ole Miss is going up and down the field for 3 quarters against Georgia, they scored on every possession until the 4th quarter. Mm-hmm. Scored touchdowns. Like, what are those Georgia fans thinking? Oh my God, we can't stop anything.
I mean, they didn't do a very good job of slowing us down up here.
The Ole Miss can't stop the other. So, like, those programs are thinking, like, oh my God, our defense sucks.
I mean, we lost 3 defensive linemen to the NFL. We're down our 2 best cornerbacks, and they can't. I mean, it is disheartening that we can't play any press man coverage. We have to play so far off everybody in that.
I get what everybody's saying. What I'm struggling with is some of this stuff. It's not, to me, it's not personnel. Well, it is personnel related, but I feel like we should have good enough personnel that we shouldn't have a drive where Alabama marches down the field and there are 9 to 10 missed tackles in that drive on Tennessee's part.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the screen.
That was part of it.
I mean, we had him 15 yards.
Yeah, there was that play, but there were others within that drive where it was just like, and I always mix up the numbers. Is Redmond number 4?
Yes.
Did you see the attempted tackle he made near the goal line?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, that stuff, that, you could say that's not coaching, but the fact of the matter is, I think it is coaching. I mean, it's you're instilling whatever needs to happen in terms of making those guys motor.
They got to know that's unacceptable.
Yeah, exactly. That's all. So I agree. We lost a ton of guys from last year. One of the top defenses in the country. I get it, but man, what I'm seeing out there, that was hard to watch.
We remember the conversation around Alabama after Florida State, and by the way.
Yeah,
look at Mike Norvell. Like, you're stuck with that guy. They don't have $50 million to buy him out.
They gave him a vote of confidence.
But yeah, they have to. They can't afford. Like, that program doesn't have money.
Yep.
And so, but they ran all over Alabama, and we all saw the clips of the Bama defense not giving effort, and they wanted to fire him. And now they've figured it out.
Yep.
Enough anyway. Like, we put 500 yards on them, couldn't score when it mattered. Like, I guess offensively they put up 28 on us.
That's right.
And maybe they call off the dogs a little bit towards the end. Maybe there's another touchdown or so for them to have, but I think we all thought that they were going to score in the 30s before the game. I mean, that when you get into these games, I just think in 2025, it's the rules are tilted so far in favor of the offenses now, and everybody plays offense, that you go down to Alabama, you ain't holding them to under 20 points. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Probably not holding them to under 30. So, like, you better be really buttoned up on offense and keep scoring.
You certainly can't give them 9 points.
No. How do you feel about Ty Simpson now after watching him as an opponent?
He's good.
He is good.
About the way I did beforehand.
Yeah.
Nothing I saw changed my mind. Like, I'm not saying, oh my God, he's so much better than I thought he was. And
it's him being a Heisman leader is, again, that's more, we've talked about, it's more of a commentary on what's available out there. Because
not a lot of star power in this game right now.
No.
I mean, John mentioned this morning, I don't have his exact, his numbers were fairly, I mean, I wouldn't say pedestrian, but it's nothing like,
they knew. Here's the thing that's frustrating for Tennessee fans right now is we have this, historically, we've been a very conservative, ball controlled defense, the Peyton years notwithstanding, program. And we've got this guy who comes in here and puts the pedal down, and it's fun. But you can't turn your back on your history. It's the first maxim. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win.
Yeah.
It's what our entire identity as the
Ethos.
Tennessee Volunteers is built on. We don't shoot ourselves in the foot. And like we have just completely pissed all over that. I mean, that's like and I don't think it changes with Josh Heupel. That's who this guy is. And I know it sounds like I'm really coming off the top rope on him. I don't want him fired or anything. I love this dude. I want him to win, man. I'm not smart enough. I'm not a football guy, man. I don't know what you do, but you got to find a way to button it up, buddy. You can't have these drops and these penalties. I know it drives him crazier than it drives us, but my God, man, figure it out.
This may sound very Butch Jones-ish, but do you give any credence to the fact that we're the absolute youngest roster in the league?
Sure, a little bit, yeah.
Like I think to Bob's point with Redmond on the goal line.
I don't discount it. Yeah,
He's first Alabama game in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
Let's get Jamie in here. Jamie, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Overreaction Monday. Hit it, Jamie.
Praying for you, Russ. You and your fam, guys. So. But before I get into football, let me just say this about Vitello. Here's what I don't understand is, of all the coaches that have come through here in my lifetime, it's him and Bruce have been the ones that really embraced being a part of this culture over here, showing up at games, football games, basketball games, enjoying being in the center of things. And he's a freaking king here. He's a god with a small G. And I'm just wondering, I'm like, what's head scratching to me is, why would you want to go out there and live in anonymity? I mean, what are we doing? And along that same line is, y'all been trying to sell me on Danny Nuggs ever since the guy's been here. It sounds to me like the guy's pretty incompetent if he's letting the best coach, the only natty championship winning coach over on campus, get closer to the door. Is the guy a good AD or not? I mean, it sounds to me like he's not. I mean, he fell into Heupel because he offered the job to Franklin when he hollered he was going to hire integrity.
And the guy at Virginia.
Yeah. So, you're going to have to sell me on what is Danny White doing over there other than just showing up and turning the lights on.
I think Danny's good business, man. I think but the problem is we're putting the business in front of the sports a little too much. And that's what's frustrating everybody now. And this is the peak of it now if this thing with Tony happens.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bob. And you say, and I'm going to acquiesce to you because I know you know a little bit more about that. But I hear about these horror stories about getting into games, and I hear about the ticket prices, and we're paying let's get some talent in here tax, and I just that stuff that gets lost on me, man. That's like, look, dude,
well, you go ahead and finish your thought. I'm sorry, Jamie.
Oh, I'm rambling. Go.
No, I was just going to say, I should clarify too. When I say businessman, that's about making a buck, driving a dollar.
Right.
Customer experience, all those other things, that's open for interpretation. And that sure is how it feels right now. And that ain't good.
Well, Bob, you and I, we're old enough to remember, back when you couldn't get a ticket to the Bristol race at night, and they just kept gouging, and that's got an end to it. Yeah. And now you can't sell it and now nobody cares. And I'm kind of like what happened to me Saturday night is I didn't get angry, and I don't know if it was a caller on Voluntary Reaction or Basilio's show, but somebody took the words right out of my mouth. I got a little complacent about it. I just I wasn't angry. I was just like, well, I've been saying it for years. I think Heupel, great offensive mind, poor head coach. He is more of a poor head coach than he is a good offensive mind. His teams lack discipline. I mean, and Russ, you brought up in the first segment of the first hour, the other teams have penalties. Are there penalties before the whistle, though, or are they hustle penalties? Ours are before. We can't even snap the ball. We got guys standing up and holding the ball out in front of him. We get down there at the goal line and we get cutesy and want to go fast. And then every time we do that, it seems like 9 times out of 10, we got a guy, false starting. Not to mention we got a multi-year receiver over there lining up out of position. Staley costing us a big gain because he doesn't know the rules of the game. And I don't put that on him. I put it on his coaches. Look, man, if your players don't know the rules of the game, that's on you, bro. I mean, the millions of dollars we're paying you guys, and you can't get your players to know where they're supposed to line up. And that's I want to get your point on that, Russ, before I continue this tirade. Is that you guys will agree that the penalties, holding, hustle penalties is a whole lot different than before the whistle when you can't even bother to stay set. Tell me that I'm right about that, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. I mean, we got them all. We got all the penalties, man. That's the thing, is it's hard to narrow it down. It's not like we're doing the same thing over and over. Like, I don't think we're getting every more false starts than any other team. I think we're probably right, maybe a few more, but it's like we do it all, man. Pass interference. We do offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
Who does that? Like we do that all the time. Like,
Engaging in a block on a screenplay when you're a receiver before the ball gets out there.
I mean,
we
do it all: offense, defense, special teams. I mean, it's just
comedy of errors.
It's who we are under this coach, Jamie. It's been this way 5 years.
We had that drive late where they drove the ball down the field and scored, and we had 3 penalties, 2 pass interference, the late hit. I mean, it was just go crazy, man. Why not?
That was the wheels falling off moment.
Yeah, I'm like you, Russ. In the first 5 years here, I was always hoping that our offensive genius would outweigh the lack of discipline, but it's become apparent that our lack of discipline is outweighing the offensive genius. Our lack of discipline is costing us games now. It's not we used to be able to put up 50 points on you, and if you only give up 49, we win the game. And who cares about the lack of discipline? I certainly didn't care when that field goal went through the uprights against Alabama, even though you gave up 49 points. Who cares? We just beat Alabama for the first time in 17 years. But now we're not putting up 50. We're getting, and that's another thing about Heupel is, till we play a team that, that's in front of us that we want to get surpassed, we're putting up 50 on them. And we play Georgia and Alabama, and then we can't break 20. What are we doing, man? It's like, dude, I'm starting to realize, like you said in the first hour, Russ, the floor is high for Heupel, but we may have already seen what we're going to see out of the guy. I remember talking to you in 2022, talking about how I fully expected us to start getting the elite receivers and the elite running backs to want to come and play in this offense. And I look up today, 3 years later in 2025, and we've got 3 freaking receivers. And our running back, we can't go out and get a top-notch running back. Now, I have no problem with the way Bishop's playing. None. That guy's a player. But, I mean, I'm just curious what any other program could do with that kind of offense we're running. Go out and attract a 5-star high school running back and see if we can't just come in and smash mouth these teams. It's like I guess it was Alex that said, it's like, look, man, we do run, statistically we're able to run the ball, but are we able to on 3rd and 1 just line up and smash it at you? No, we're not. I think we're able to run the ball because we throw it so effectively. But I don't know, guys. I'm just, like I said, I just watched the game Saturday and ended up leaving the house, leaving the watch party. I told everybody at the end of the half that I was at a watch party, and they were like, "Where you going, man? There's still another half." I said, "Guys, wake up. What we just witnessed was catastrophic. There's no coming back from that."
You're ready to fire Heupel, aren't you?
No.
That's not what he's saying.
There we go. That's not. Now you guys are playing your part.
No, I'm not doing.
Russ isn't. I am.
Yeah, Bear. Being critical, we got to go. We got to swing the pendulum all the way to the other side and try to poo-poo what I'm saying.
You speaking critical, like black and white absolutes.
Jamie, thanks, man. We got to run. I'm sure we'll do this again tomorrow. Quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
North Knox Siding and Windows is a complete exterior home improvement company that can help you with all your home exterior needs. If your home needs new siding, windows, doors, gutters, handrails, a deck, or a new roof, then give my friends at North Knox Siding and Windows a call at 865-689-0505. You can also visit their showroom at 5618 North Broadway. Locally owned and operated and proudly serving all of Knoxville and the surrounding areas, North Knox Siding and Windows. Online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back 9 Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back 9 Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Of the drive here on Fan Run Radio, Overreaction Monday. Russell, Bob, Bear, Walker, all hanging out with you here this afternoon. Bunch of coaches who are feeling the heat today to some level, to some degree. Here are some of the coaches that we're watching. Hugh Freeze.
Not a word said about that today.
Brian Kelly.
Still haven't heard anything from LSU today.
I mean, they're 5-2 and in the top 25. Vanderbilt was favored to win that game. They won it.
That's true.
Mike Norvell. Talked about him.
Yep.
What's sad about that whole deal? I mean, not sad, but Castellanos just got. Did you see the play?
Oh yeah. He took.
I mean, he got obliterated. If he didn't get obliterated, they probably win that game.
Shane Beamer.
Beamer's on the hot seat, huh?
They're terrible. Have you seen them play?
Their line is horrible. I feel sorry for Lenore Sellers.
He's doubled down too. He's already said he's not interested in the Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
job.
I was about to say it's less about him kind of being bad there, more about him going to Virginia Tech if that was offered to him.
And then finally, one name that has not been uttered on this show yet today, but will be throughout the week. Mark Stoops.
There's some of these guys, like I'm amazed that all these schools are just going to eat all these buyouts.
Well, they're not. Florida State is not. I mean, it's too expensive, and they don't have the money.
I don't think so. Kentucky's not going to. I mean, they want all their money going to basketball as it is. They aren't going to break off $38 million or whatever it is. And apparently your guy, it's not an $11 million buyout for him. They fully guaranteed Cignetti.
Yeah, it was 15. What I was talking, I misread. It was 15 million, and that's for somebody that's going to come and poach him. That's the buyout.
Yeah.
No,
they fire him. He's got a completely.
If they fire him without cause, then
the biggest buyout ever.
Yeah,
Indiana. Wow.
Yeah, it's guaranteed. Here's, we talked about Hugh Freeze. He actually asked for a public vote of support today from the Auburn AD.
I did see something.
Asked for one.
He got one last week. The Carr speech.
Yeah,
maybe
said it would be huge. They're saying because we talked about Norvell and Luke Fickell got a vote of confidence too in Wisconsin. Yeah. So he's kind of like, yeah, it'd be nice.
Well, he didn't
hit the damn Jimmy drums.
He didn't do his comments today. His media availability. Usually sits down at a table. A real informal freeze us. He did it from behind. He requested the Auburn lectern today.
Oh, he's going podium.
Yeah, he went podium.
He's going professor
instead of I guess
public
relaxed.
To quote him, he said, "We're too dang close, and we've got to get just a little bit better play and a little bit better coaching at a few spots. And I want a chance to fix this.
We're so dang close, everybody."
Hugh Freeze
he looks awful, man. He looks so miserable. Like when he was walking off that field, like I thought, like that guy doesn't look healthy. Like his face is all red and he's got jowls now. And
that's such a horrible word. Jowls.
Yeah, he looks miserable. The Right Reverend. Oh man. Yeah, that's a tough scene down there. So I mean, think about this, Vol fans. Could be worse.
It could be.
We're not having these conversations.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Hi, I'm Bo Cregner with the Cregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, the real estate market, like all other markets impacted by the economy, is changing all the time. And it's never been more important to be personally represented by a trusted real estate specialist. I can't emphasize enough how important it is when selling or buying to be individually represented. Call me today for a free consultation. My number is 865-742-1035, and my website is boknowshouses.com.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service, 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
It's time for the Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Monday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to The Drive alongside Bob Baskerville, Bear, and Walker Smith. We begin our third and final hour, as always, with the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you this afternoon by ECR Total Landscapes. Walker, hit it.
Thank you. At number 1, Tennessee baseball coach Tony Vitello was reportedly at practice today following reports over the weekend that the San Francisco Giants were close to an agreement with Vitello to become their new manager. However, no official decision has been made regarding Vitello's future as of yet.
Will we know? I'm asking you guys to speculate, look into your crystal balls. Will we know Tony Vitello's decision by midnight?
You know, there's something floating around. They're saying that it's like professional courtesy that they don't announce something until the playoff games have ended. You know, not necessarily the World Series, but we have Game 7 tonight. So maybe something late tonight or tomorrow morning.
Haven't teams already had managers?
Well, that would be if they hire him.
That's if they hired him, yeah. Yeah. What were you asking, Walker?
Haven't there been managers that have already been announced in the MLB, or has it just been firings?
I think it's just been firings. I can't think of any.
Did Texas hire a new guy?
I think Texas hired a new guy.
I thought that happened like right at the beginning of the playoffs. So
yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah,
that's the only team I can think of.
Huh.
Might have a point there.
I don't know. I mean, baseball's got some weird, gentlemen's agreements, whatever you want to call them, the traditions. But I don't know. Maybe that's what's holding this up. I have no idea.
We'll find out soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I would think.
At number 2, the SEC will use the 6-day window to determine the kickoff time for Tennessee's game against Oklahoma at Neyland Stadium. The game will either be at 3:30 p.m., 7 p.m., or 7:30 p.m. The Oklahoma start time will be announced Saturday night at the conclusion of this week's SEC games. The game will be on either ABC or ESPN based on kickoff times.
Well,
it's got to be a night game.
We definitely would.
Absolutely,
would
rather you want a night game.
Yeah,
night games just hit different, and they really want to do dark mode for that really game. Good. And dark mode is always better at night. So
spooky Rocky Top and all that.
Yeah, well, the day after Halloween.
Yeah,
be a chill in the air that night.
Oh, that'd be really cool. They got to make this a night game. They got to.
I'm assuming it's going to be after Bob listed off the other games in the 3 o'clock.
But who knows? When CBS was in the mix, it was easier to predict. They were going to take the top game, and ESPN was going to take the second best game and put it on at 7 p.m. Now it's all ESPN, and they're hard to figure out what they want. Bob, Bear was asking, it's where do they put their best game? It's not always in that 3:30 slot, and they will adjust they will adjust the announcers. Like Fowler and Herbstreit are doing the 3:30 game last week. They usually do the evening game, and then we get McDonough at 7 p.m. So, like, I don't really know what they want. It seems like it kind of changes from week to week. I'm not sure what they're looking at when they make those decisions.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not. That one really puzzled me, to be honest with you. Honestly, I would have been a lot more surprised if our game had been at 3:30 and not 7, just because of the
Georgia Ole Miss was the best matchup.
Exactly. So I don't get it.
Well, also. Sorry, Bob.
No, you're fine. Go.
It also depends on whether or not Herbstreit can make it to whatever game they want him calling after game day, which would normally be the night game.
Yeah. This one, I mean, the only other thing I would say is they may look at market by market stuff. And when it comes down to TV ratings, Saturday night is it is the worst night for television viewing. So you put a game in and they might look at the Knoxville market connects more than, the market surrounding Oxford, Mississippi, or whatever the case
Do
may
you
be.
think, are they looking at baseball at all in those decisions?
You would think so. Yeah, they kind of pair up everything. So, but the other thing is, come November 1st, for what it's worth, NBA will be happening.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking like November 1st. If there's a World Series game that night, do they want to take their best game and put it on earlier?
Now, it's a very good point, because by then, at World Series, we're probably talking game 5 or 6 or something like that too. So, there's a lot to it that we don't understand, I guess. But again, when you look at it on paper for that weekend, to me, it seems like a no-brainer, unless Tennessee would lose to Kentucky for a third loss, and then they're kind of becoming, currently speaking, irrelevant.
At number 3, Florida State AD Michael Alford said in a statement today that a comprehensive review of the football program will happen when the season ends. And in the statement, Alford expressed disappointment about the season, but said he was, quote, fully committed to helping Norvell and the team rebound. Elsewhere, Wisconsin is set to increase its financial commitment to the football program amid a disappointing season and will push ahead with Coach Luke Fickell. Fans have chanted for Fickell to be fired, but he will continue to stay on the job for now.
He's another one of those guys. Tom Herman's another one that just, they were sure things. Hell, Rust Belt Billy was another one. Man, everybody wanted Billy Napier. And he kept
Rust
turning
Belt Billy?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling him. Sun Belt Billy. Sorry. It was a tiring weekend, but I hadn't had a whole lot of sleep. Sunbelt Billy.
What happens to that guy now?
Luke Fickell?
Sunbelt Billy.
Oh, Billy?
I'd take a really long vacation if I were him.
UAB.
Ooh.
I don't know. They like, and I didn't realize who it was. Did you realize that the interim coach is Chris Mortensen's son?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Shout out to the cover boys. They had a rough week. Only 3-3 on the 6 right sides, but UAB did come through.
At number 4, the AP has released its preseason All-American basketball team with the season just a couple weeks away. Purdue's Braden Smith highlights the group as a unanimous selection, receiving all 57 votes. He's joined on a big man-heavy first team by Texas Tech's J.T. Toppin, Michigan's Yaxel Lindeborg, BYU freshman A.J. DeBansa, and Florida forward Alex Condon.
Like you're just showing off with the accent, but
that's just his name.
Excellent pronunciation.
Thank you.
Braden Smith, I mean, he's been there longer than Ziegler was here.
He's like 45 years old playing on that team.
It's his 4th year. It is his 4th year.
It's just part of the way he looks. Like, he just looks like he's 40 playing basketball at the YMCA.
Go to social media, though, and look at it. His pass was blowing. He made a pass that I can't even articulate.
I mean, the guy, he's so good.
So just out of curiosity, Tennessee plays Purdue. Who are you rooting for? Your adopted city and your neighbor? Or
Well, when they played for the Final Four, I was very clear and said I was rooting for Tennessee because Purdue had been to Final Fours before. So I wanted Tennessee to get there. I don't know. It just varies.
It varies.
Yeah.
Ain't no varying about it, buddy.
Varies.
No, it's Tennessee. Of course.
You're about, I don't know if you're volled up enough, Bob. I'm going to put you on the volumeter. It's kind of like a lie detector. We ask you questions to determine your level of vol-uppedness.
Okay.
For instance, was Zach Edey refereed fairly during his college career?
Nah, probably not. I would have to say that's.
He's answering truthful.
Yep.
It's okay.
He's answering truthful. That's good.
I'd say probably not. I'll tell you what, though, if you're just a basketball fan, we're excited about our exhibition on Sunday night. It's a good weekend. Friday
Kentucky.
night, Purdue and Kentucky in Lexington.
It's a good one.
Is that going to be on TV?
Yeah, SEC Network.
But you always, I mean, you're a big fan of Gene Cady.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
That's most boring basketball ever.
Okay. Tomato. I was a big Gene Cady fan. I as a matter of fact, one of my biggest ghosted moves. I saw him in Vegas at a roulette table, and I was like, I got to go say hi to Coach Cady.
The comb over.
Yeah, and
one of the greatest comb overs
ever. I went up to him, and he wasn't playing; he was kind of watching. I said, "Hey, Coach, from the state of Indiana, huge fan, always loved." He was done coaching, and he just nodded and said thanks, and then turned away. And that was it. Classic. Yeah, kind of
Baskerville gets high-headed.
Oh,
kind of
man.
like leave me alone, buddy. I'm in Vegas.
And at number 5, the Louvre has been robbed. Thieves executed a heist at the museum on Sunday, making off with priceless Napoleonic crown jewels in just a few minutes. The theft occurred approximately 30 minutes after the museum opened to the public, with visitors already in the building. Excuse me. Using a basket lift positioned against the sin-facing facade of the museum, the 4 masked perpetrators forced open a window on the first floor, cut glass panes with a disc cutter, and smashed display cases in the gilded Apollyon Gallery, where the museum's crown diamonds collection was on display. The brazen heist was carried out in less than 8 minutes. The thieves made off with 8 items, including jeweled headbands, necklaces, earrings, and brooches, but evidently dropped a crown which featured 1,300 diamonds, 1,100 rose-cut diamonds, and 56 emeralds.
And apparently all this stuff is virtually unsellable.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, what do you do with that stuff?
Because it's all like
You put it on Facebook Marketplace?
Then you melt it down, you give it to a fence, you get the diamonds out, and you send them off.
With like a crown that Napoleon wore?
No, they can't. I mean, they'll sell it to some gazillionaire somewhere who has no morals, and it'll just sit where, one person will be able to look at them now.
Now, these guys are going to take the diamonds off these things.
Like, I'm not
There's no
excusing robbery, but isn't that kind of cool, man? Like, that's like Ocean's 11 stuff right there. It's like Mission Impossible, like Tom Cruise.
Ripping off
going
that
through
museum?
the lasers and everything. He's like suspended by
They
ropes.
put a basket
grabbing
lift
stuff
up
with
against
the
a-
white gloves and everything.
It's always described. They basically put a bucket lift up next to the building, just chainsawed their way in. Wasn't a whole lot of Mission Impossible to it.
I mean, I'm sure there's some other stuff that went into this heist, but the fact that this is the most famous museum in the world and it got robbed in 8 minutes, there's got to be something wrong. Someone messed up in this thing.
I'll tell you who might have messed up. I would have thought something holding those kind of jewels, you couldn't just smash them and break them with a hammer.
Do you think it's just like bulletproof glass around
If
everything?
you've got
around there?
like Napoleon's jewelry,
Some security guard just eating a sandwich, like falling asleep. He's got potato chip crumbs all over his shirt. They burst in there. Dave, what are you doing? What's going on? Did I miss something? You let him get away. All right. Thank you, Walker. That is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you, as I said, by our friends at ECR Total Landscapes. Oh, we had a lot of wind yesterday. That storm that rolled through, a lot of wind. I had some branches come down in my yard. If you've got branches coming down, you've got a lot of sticks back there. You've got a tree that's starting to lean a little too much and you want to get it taken out. Don't wait until it's too late and it falls on your house or your neighbor's house or your fence or something like that. Call ECR Total Landscapes today, and they will come and take it away for you. If you call them and mention promo code FANRUN, now through the end of the year, you'll get free stump grinding with your tree removal. So that's going to knock a couple $100 off the price and get your yard looking even better. Free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN with ECR Total Landscapes. Call today for your free estimate, 865-384-2012, or just go online to ecrtotallandscapes.com. In a text from Magic Mike, he says, I think that if he's leaving, the players would probably start talking today. I don't think that he would go through an entire workout like they're doing right now and then bring them together for the post-scrimmage talk or whatever and say, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Keep it quiet. Like, I don't, like, you have to control the announcement a little bit better than that, right? You don't just tell the team and then it starts leaking on its own.
Yeah, I think, by the way, I just think if that's something that's known, you don't go through a practice today and then say, okay, guys, here's the deal. You would do it at the outset, and then you wouldn't be at the practice.
Unless they're just hung up on stuff and it might fall through.
Yeah.
Stuff like, I don't know. I've seen rumors that the buyout was going to be kind of a sticking point. I'm sure it's something the Giants aren't used to having to do.
And Tony would owe us $3 million, which I'm sure Danny would love.
Yeah, Danny's not forgiving that $3 million.
Tony, please. Oh, Tony, don't go.
Russell's made sandwiches.
Do we have to get on our knees and beg? Because I will, Tony. Like the Temptation saying, I ain't too proud to beg. I'll get down on my knees. Please, please don't go. Don't go, Tony. Oh, man. I don't know if I can handle this, Bob.
Well, we're going to power through it one way or the other, but I'm holding out hope that with each passing minute, that story gets potentially better for us, the fans.
All right.
I believe it.
All right. I'm going to believe in you. 865-966-3435, your phone number. It's Overreaction Monday on The Drive. Jordan is next. Hello, Jordan. Jordan, you there? All right, no Jordan. Tell you what, listen.
I'm here.
There he is. Hey.
I hit the mute button.
Hit the mute button. It happens.
You know, happens the best of us. I'm just sitting over here on pins and needles like y'all, waiting for whatever news may come. And during the Bama loss week, like, I mean, you know, when it rains, it pours, I guess. But hopefully, well, you know, hold out hope. You never know. I called before the football season started, and mentioned the possibility of Heupel being our version of Mark Richt. And I'd heard some people talk about that on the voluntary reaction. And, you know, I think the Bama game kind of pushes me more into leaning that direction, that there's just a ceiling that he has because of the lack of discipline, that, you know, unless he's willing to adapt, which it's hard for a coach to be someone they're not, unless he's willing to change. I think there's always going to be a ceiling there. You know, with penalties, drop passes, missed tackles, you know, those things are things you either recruit people that do them, you coach a technique or something that results in them, or you just allow it to go on and don't, you know, punish it or curtail it in practice. And if you allow those habits in practice, people lining up wrong, and you don't chew a kid's tail, make them run for, you know, if you're just like, oh, it's all right, you know, make sure you're lined up right, or, you know, hey, we got to wrap up when we tackle. It's all right, you'll get it next time. You know, if you're,
I don't think that's how they coach it, Jordan, but
well,
I hear what you're saying. be a little more
bit.
stern, be a little more demanding is what you're saying.
Yes, a little bit more demanding, a little bit more maybe consequential when guys aren't.
Yeah.
You got. I mean, I hate. I'm not trying to dehumanize people, but people are still, to some extent, like animals, like a dog. You train a person like you train a dog.
Sure.
You give them a reward for doing well. You punish them when they do wrong. And if punishment,
there's always been a militaristic aspect to football. Right. And training camp is a lot like boot camp, and you're drilling these guys into shape and, running the same plays over and over again in practice so that guys can do it just by rote memory when they get out there on the field. And I always am reminded of, when David Cutcliffe came back. For you youngsters out there who don't know much about David Cutcliffe, he was the offensive coordinator and play caller during the 1990s, during the Peyton era, and for the 98 national championship season. He goes and gets the head coach job at Ole Miss. And Randy Sanders is promoted offensive coordinator, and he was able to keep it going for a couple of years, but there was a gradual tail off, and it kind of culminated in 2005, and we looked chaotic and dysfunctional, and you made a coaching change. Well, coincides with David Cutcliffe losing his job at Ole Miss. He comes back, and I remember interviewing him in 2006, and he was talking about reinstilling discipline, making sure that everybody on the practice field is wearing the same stuff. That was a big point with him. It's like, we're all going to wear the same workout gear and tucked in and all this stuff. And we're not going to, no baseball caps in the facility. No ear. Like, he was militant about this stuff. And you saw it in the field. Like, the results came through. Like, we were a much more disciplined team in 06, 07. Then he left and it all went to crap again. And I think there's something to that. Maybe Heupel needs to get his own Cutcliffe, a guy who can come in here and make everybody tuck in their shirt tail.
Yeah, I threw out the Mark Richt thing on voluntary reaction, and I quickly got corrected because, I mean, Mark Richt he actually won 2 SEC titles and 5 division titles, and it's like we're not quite there.
No, not yet.
No.
And what was Mark Richt's downfall? He had his college roommate, Willie Martinez, was his defensive coordinator for all those years. And he finally fired him. And you could tell, like, it just, and they brought in Jeremy Pruitt.
Yep.
Ironically.
He hated.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult, but I agree with your overarching premise, Jordan. Like, you've got to find a way to button this thing up and make it a little more disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm kind of, if there's no change going to happen, I'm at the point where it's like, okay, he's going to be 9-3, 10-2 consistently. We're going to be competitive and occasionally win some big games in the regular season. Am I content with that as a fan? I'm almost 40. I figure I've hopefully, God willing, got 40, 45 more football seasons to go. And I'd like to see a natty at some point in there, or at least an SEC championship. And, is he going to be able to get to that level? I just don't. Right now, like I said, unless there's a change, I don't think it's going to happen. So it's, right now I'm kind of the mindset of, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to cut bait just to try to win that, or if I'm like, okay, we'll just be 9-3, 10-2, and hopefully at some point we have a Cam Newton come through that is just a world beater and something happens. I don't know. Faison Brandon, there you go. But we know how those 5-star quarterbacks turn out. So
yes, we do.
Thank
you, Jordan. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, and the other thing we talk about here that we haven't talked about, I guess, is when the inevitable happens and the playoff field goes to 16, I don't know, this program probably would be very much in the mix in a 16 field all the time. And that's not bad, but can you do something after that? That's going to be
and here's the thing. Jordan is like, he's like thinking about, is the grass greener with somebody else, right?
Right.
And, Georgia, when they let Mark Richt go, they knew they had their guy, right?
Yeah.
Because Kirby went there. They knew he would take the job. And so that made it a little bit easier. Kind of like when we went to Fulmer.
Yeah.
When you know who your guy is, that makes it easier. And, when you just fire a guy and then you have a coaching search, that's a gamble, man. You're just rolling the dice then.
Yeah.
And the chances of success are less than 50%. And look at us. Look at how many times we rolled the dice before we finally got a guy that we've enjoyed. It makes me really hesitant to entertain the conversation of pushing, which is, again, not going to happen. Josh Heupel ain't going nowhere, and he shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I look at Florida, Penn State, these schools. Yeah, it's exciting when you're having a coaching search, but you're at the roulette table, man. You're watching that wheel spin. You don't know what's going to happen.
If you don't get it right, you are. I mean, yeah.
Chances are you're going to hire Jeremy Pruitt a lot more often than you're going to hire Josh Heupel and the Sabins and Urban Meyers are. I mean,
unicorn guys.
Yeah, there's not a guy out there like that right now.
And think about that feeling you get too. I remember it when you feel like they're closing in on someone, you think they are, and it's like, okay, that'd be all right. And then the person's like, I have no interest in that job, and so then you keep waiting and you keep waiting, and then you get Jeremy Pruitt,
Well, because these guys, I think Russ may have said some version of this earlier. Guys aren't wanting to move. If you're in a good situation where you're winning, and you're,
that's why I hope Kiffin stays there, man. For selfishly, I don't want to see him at Florida, I feel like that would make that game a lot harder. I know we're not playing it every year, but we're playing it often enough.
That's a perfect spot for him, though, because those people aren't going to get mad with
at Ole Miss
or 10-2. No, he'll kill a statue of him built when he retires. If he goes 10-2 and 9-3 every year at Ole Miss,
right.
But what part of him is thinking, he wants to win a national championship, I'm sure, and was like, can I do that where I'm at?
Felt like they were throwing everything they had at Georgia the other day, and they still fell short, and that's maybe a microcosm for what he feels like about Ole Miss,
Yeah.
But I mean, with Georgia, it's we talk from time to time about teams have to learn how to win. Georgia, they don't know how to lose. They just
they know how to win, and I think Lane does too. But again, we're just talking about a program with a ceiling, man.
Yep.
Program with a ceiling.
I don't want to see him. Who would you? He's definitely number one. I don't know that I would like Drinkwitz being at Florida much more.
Here are the latest.
Now that's a guy who probably would move because, we talk about ceilings and
one of the books. Graham Hall, friend of the show, covers Florida. The top odds for Florida's next coach have been released. Lane Kiffin's only number 2 in the odds. Know who's got the best odds?
Gruden?
No.
I love Tennessee.
Alex Golish.
Comrade Golish down there. I don't know.
Kiffin number 2, Drinkwitz number 3. Then it gets wacky. Dan Lanning number 4.
Ain't getting Dan Lanning.
Nick Saban.
Ain't getting Nick Saban.
Nick Saban's like plus 2,200.
What's Dan Lanning at?
Plus 750.
Really?
Yeah.
But Golish, I know nobody knows him super well because he didn't do interviews here, but if you're Golish and you have your choice between Florida and Penn State, which one are you taking? Because he's not a Northeast guy, but he's from Ohio, right?
I think so, yeah.
Mother Russia.
I think he would take Penn State if he had the choice. I don't know. By the way, somebody on the text box reminded us. Remember, we were talking about the masterful Jeremy Pruitt. Josh Heupel plays. There's no such thing as a masterful Jeremy Pruitt play. But the Josh Heupel plays or drives that we talked about in the first couple of seasons, and this person reminded me on the text box said, "Hey man, Golish was on the staff calling plays then too."
Heupel was calling the plays.
Yeah,
you know that, Bob.
Yeah, but I think that. You were talking about David Cutcliffe. Alex Golish, we had heard, was kind of the guy that ran practice.
Don't you think, though, so much of that was Hooker? Just a really
super
experienced,
incredibly accurate quarterback.
Well, just really experienced and calm guy. And like, Joey is experienced, but he's been here like 5 months.
Yeah. Are we all being a little too overboard with our if you take a look at everything?
Yeah, of course. It's Overreaction Monday. Heupel's fine. He's fine. We won 30 games the last 3 years. It's okay. We replaced 4 of our 5 offensive linemen, lost our all-pro, the player of the year running back to the NFL, had to replace all 3 wide receivers, or 2 of 3 anyway, and a quarterback we've replaced after spring practice, and we're still one of the best offenses in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we need to give this guy some credit.
Yeah, I mean, as of Saturday night, we were the number 1 scoring offense in the country. I don't know if we are now.
And because of everything you just said, we went into this season thinking 9-3 would be good.
Right.
Is that still not what this team is?
Probably.
It's the same team we were looking at when we went into this season.
Yeah, but
we're fans. We overreact. And we're like, oh, we should have beaten Georgia. We could have been a top 5 team.
Yeah, we should.
You're right. But again, I go back to what I said earlier. If it's 9-3 and we're losing games like we're in them, and it's like, oh man, we just didn't have the same level of talent. It's like we found ways to lose on Saturday night. That's all. That's the part I can't tolerate.
And it's culmination because that's the 3rd game in a row we've played like that.
Yeah, you're right.
I think paraphrasing, the Barstool Rocket Top account tweeted out that we weren't shooting ourselves in the foot. We were cutting each one of our toes off individually one at a time.
With a bolt cutter. You can got another one. Pop.
Clearly you can get away. You can get, that's how you can be a 9-3 team. We got enough talent to get away with that against Mississippi State, to get away with that against Arkansas. Can't do it against Alabama or Georgia, and maybe not some of the other teams coming up either. Maybe not even Vanderbilt.
No, not this year.
But did we not, we knew this team wasn't going to be perfect, and they're not playing perfect. It's exactly what we thought it was going to be.
We're not. No, we're miles from perfect.
But it's just so weird because we've shown an ability to be explosive that I didn't think we were going to have.
Right.
But then we make all these mistakes that limit what that explosiveness can be.
The offensive play call, I'll go ahead and say it. In this game, especially at the beginning, we didn't do what we've always been under Heupel, which is a running team. And I mean, we kept throwing the damn ball.
That was because of Alabama. They were not going to let us run. They watched that film and they were like, we're not going to let Deshaun Bishop run. 6-7 guys in the box. And so we had to throw. And it was there. But we're dropping balls and making penalties and all that stuff. And then when they had to adjust to that, we started running. So I don't think it's like Heupel being hard. I just want to throw. He's taking what the defense has given them, which is what he does. That's
Matthews killing me. It's like Sid Valley, son, dude. You are costing yourself.
Yeah. All right. Quick timeout. Stay with us. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Knoxville, get ready. The Big Sports Show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
It's time to select the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
All right, some great performances last week. Check out these numbers from Aiden Hood, running back at Pigeon Forge High School. 26 carries, and yes, I double-checked the number I'm about to tell you. 466 yards.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. 6 touchdowns.
Eric Henry numbers.
In a 59-33 win over Cock County. Wait a minute. Cock County.
Yeah. Cockgate.
Mason Eckerson, quarterback from Clinton, 19-29 passing, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, also carried 8 times for 46 yards and another score as the Dragons took down South Doyle 24-0. Maryville wide receiver Torrey Beaufort, 7 catches, 133 yards, and 3 tutties as the Red Rebels took down Science Hill 42-10. Wayne Gibson, wide receiver at Oak Ridge, had 23, probably a running back, 23 carries for 167 yards and a touchdown in a win 21-10 over Hardin Valley. But this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Central quarterback Caden Long. Been hearing his name a lot this year. Cookie Man talks about him a lot, and he has just had a terrific season for the Bobcats. Led them to a 38-35 thriller over Halls last Thursday. Went 21-27 through the air for 246 yards and a touchdown, and also carried 19 times for 76 yards and 3 more scores. Wow. Yes, the full Al Bundy, 4 touchdowns in a single game. Shout out Polk High. Caden Long, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Shout out North Knox Siding and Windows for all their support of Fan Run Radio, this program, and all things East Tennessee high school athletics. We remind you, North Knox Siding and Windows is Knoxville's #1 choice for all your home exterior project needs. If it's on the outside of your house, they can do it. Siding, windows, doors, roof, handrail, decks, anything on the outside of your home, now's the perfect time to schedule a free estimate with North Knox Siding and Windows. They'll come to anywhere in the East Tennessee area. You're in West Knoxville, so no, don't matter. They'll come and check you out. Tell them you heard about it on Fan Run Radio. Their phone number is 865-689-0505. Their website is northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
NorthKnox.com, where quality meets value and your home gets the attention it deserves. North Knox Siding and Windows. Real quickly before we get back to the phones, just telling you what I'm hearing on Vitello. Source says keep your cup on. They had no meeting after practice, and apparently he has canceled a trip to Toronto tonight to watch the ALCS game up there.
How is he going to get from practice to Toronto in time for the game?
Probably hitchhike.
Take a plane.
But this person says that he's worried that this just might be a buyout negotiation. So that's just telling you what. Obviously, that's not the news we want to hear. Hopefully, it's wrong. Come on, Tony. Stay here.
It's Tony.
And you could see what if he goes. You see what's going to happen, right?
Oh,
you know what's going to happen.
I see it as clear as day.
What's going to happen?
We're going to run Danny White off.
We're going to run Danny White.
No, you amateurs.
What do you think is going to? What do you say?
Oh, he's going to go. He's going to go.
Yeah, he's going to flame out because it's Major League Baseball and it's hard. He's going to get fired after 2 or 3 years. Dave Van Horn is going to retire, and he's going to go back there. We are LSU with Nick Saban right now.
That. Oh, don't even say that. Ew.
The only thing worse than Arkansas, and I won't even. There's surely to God there'd be no way he'd take.
We're LSU. Tony is Nick Saban, and Arkansas is
God.
Alabama.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Hey,
rip off like 5 natties.
Maybe Elander is Les Miles.
This was a big. Okay, I was
insult to Elander.
As I tend to do, I surf around on some of these post game shows in these other SEC college towns, and this was after Arkansas lost to Texas A&M, and they were not talking about the football game. They were talking about
Vitello. I'm sure, man. They're ate up with it about him.
They're obsessed, man.
Yeah.
Like it would make them happy if I think to have him out of the SEC. They look at him as theirs. He was supposed to be
the prince who was promised.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Let's get W. Lynn in here. Lynn, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
How my French compatriots doing today?
Hey, doing well. Hope you are.
Bob, I met you. Craig Jenkins introduced us on the baseball porch. I think it was a couple years ago.
Oh, Lord, that sounds like a real meeting of the minds.
Yeah. It was a pleasure meeting you, although having to hang out with Jenkins was kind of a pain. But,
Jenkins is a gentleman.
Oh.
I think you're a great addition to the show, Bob. I really like the lineup. So, but I'm going to tell you what, all this is connected to me. I'm all fired up, getting ready for the Alabama game. Today's my actual daughter's birthday. She's 35, and she was born on the day of the game, 1990. Russell, you kind of told the story.
I love that story.
You got a few details wrong, but you got a lot, that was right. So I'm all sitting here fired up all day, getting ready for the Alabama game, and this is why I say all this is connected. I get a call at 3:30 saying it looks like Tony Vitello's gone. And that my fan energy, which I call fanergy sometimes,
took it out of you.
It was destroyed. I quit watching college football. I went and laid down, and I'm thinking, our fans, even the ones down there, are getting this on their phones. I think our players probably were hearing it in the locker room. It was just a total bummer to me. I mean, it almost ruined the whole night. And I went and laid down and took a nap, and got up at 7, and I got fired up, but it was still. I think it's all connected, and I'm telling you guys. If college baseball was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, this is like throwing the Beatles out. We have the Beatles, and would we throw them out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No, he's a rock star
For sure. We were talking about it earlier. You know, I think you would have to just roll the dice with Josh Elander and let him run the program. But like, how do you follow that, man? I mean, it's like,
I know it. Yeah.
You know, Bruce, you can use the Bruce Pearl analogy if you want, but Bruce never won a national title, never sniffed one. Well, he was here.
But yeah, and I'm just like thinking to myself, I could go to the bank right now and I'd do it. I'd get $1,000 cash out and I'd go to home plate at Lindsey Nelson Field and say, if this is going for our baseball NIL, I'll donate this money. And between the audience that you and Tony Basilio have, I guarantee you thousands of fans would do that.
Let's start a GoFundMe.
If it was going to baseball, but see, Danny White can redirect it. That's the problem, I think. I know a big booster gave money for baseball, and I heard that kind of got redirected.
Oh.
And that's why I've always been leery about donating money, because for all I know, my money might go to add the 10 brand new urinals we need in Neyland Stadium. You know.
And your money's literally getting pissed away.
Yes, and I just think we could come up with the NIL money among your audience and Tony's audience, and people would give money, I guarantee you. But if it went to the baseball, because Tony Vitello is not asking for more money for himself. He's not doing that.
No, he's not. And man, he's built so much here. WLN, you want to see Tennessee be able to continue what he started, and if he leaves, I mean, all that is it's very much in jeopardy. Lynn, great to hear from you, my friend. We have got to run. Quick timeout. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up next, right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
It's football time at Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer. Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and 99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
All right, wrap in here next. What up, BJ?
What's going on, W?
Man, we are just picking up the pieces. It was a rough weekend.
You can't make this stuff up around here. I swear. I mean, you got damn Nick Saban of college baseball over there, and you're going to take his money and give it to that damn women's basketball, the Wild Hogs. You know, I mean, it's the damn stupidity around this place. It just it amazes me to no end over the years. We can't have nothing, man.
Yeah,
we can't have anything.
Not to pile on here, but Bob, during the break, just communicating with some other sources, those inside the program, not feeling good about it right now.
Yeah, it's and what's going to happen is just what you said. We're going to have to watch him win multiple national titles at another, probably SEC school after a few years. And, maybe we'll get a damn hotel in place of G10. Maybe it'll all work out for Danny. Who knows?
Just a bunch of hotels right there. A couple of Motel 6s, right, Josh?
So damn stupid, man. It's so enraging being a fan of this damn place. It's pure torture, Russell.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's pretty damn bad. I mean,
what's next? Is Rick Barnes going to suddenly announce that he's hanging it up? He's not even going to be there Sunday to take on Duke? Nate Amen's pulling out to go to the draft? I mean, what? Come on, Danny, fix this.
I mean, that performance at Alabama, I've seen small-time stupid coaching blunders, but that right before halftime, you got the damn ball with under 20 seconds to go, and you got one timeout, and you burn your timeout on first down. That's high school level game management, Russell. That's all-time stupidity. All-time stupidity. And then on top of it, we're going to lose Vitello. So, wonderful damn weekend on Rocky Top. Anyway, y'all hang in there.
Thanks, Big Josh. I mean, who would have thought?
Even Big Josh sounds down.
2017 with the "Who the hell is Tony Vitello" tweet.
That was incredible.
Who would have thought that? Like 8-9 years later, we'd be sitting there,
with Nick Saban of college baseball,
just having our guts ripped out. He's leaving. Tony, don't, man. You don't.
I mean, we have spent a good chunk of the Monday after losing Alabama, we're actually good at football again, talking about Tennessee baseball and losing our coach. There's no way I could have gotten you to believe that.
Losing Tony is worse.
Yeah.
Like we've lost to Alabama before, like in humiliating fashion before, like we'll lose to them again. Like it's losses coming out like this is a program. This is an experience. This is something that a guy has built that we've enjoyed for going on 10 years now, is thrills that we didn't even know were possible. And it feels like it's being ripped away from us.
Oh, it's turned spring and summer into just a time of just incredible joy, more so than normal.
I mean, honestly, at this point, if it meant Tony would stay, I would go ahead and take just a like a 8-4 finish to the season, and like just like
all that. Now.
Let's just hold on. Like, hey, we'll come back and we'll get it going again next year, but we get to keep Tony.
Okay,
I'd make that trade. I don't know about you guys.
We come up with something good.
I mean, this team's not. They're probably not going to college football playoff, right? We're just not buttoned up, and we're too sloppy.
No. We'll get one of the
right,
Big Ten lesser thans down in Florida for a bowl game.
Stevie, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio. Go ahead.
Russell!
Hey, Stevie.
Russell, T's and P's to your family, brother. I've been praying for you all weekend. Love you, man.
Thanks,
Hope
man.
all is
Appreciate
well.
that.
Guys, Big Josh hit the nail on the head. Are we really reallocating funds for the baseball program to women's basketball? Like, is that really happening?
I don't know all the ins and outs of it, Stevie, but there have been a lot of reports that – not reports, but there's just a lot of whispers around town that Tony was upset about a lack of NIL money and that maybe some of it had been not just women's basketball, but maybe women's softball as well, Bob, is what I've heard. And again, who knows? This is a lot of rumor speculation.
I can't do Russell. I'm sick of this clown athletic director. All he cares about is money. He doesn't care about any of it. I'm sick of all the sheep who thinks he's this great, amazing, methodical man. All he's done is hire Tim Caldwell. He doesn't, and we don't even know about that, Russ. And if he's taking money from Tony Vitello, he should be put in jail. He should be put in jail, Russ. You talk about going.
You think Danny White should be incarcerated?
He should be in jail for embezzlement and fraud and lying. That should be a crime, Russell. You really think that trading 8-4 for the baseball coach, Russ? We're going to go 8-4 anyway because this man can't win on the road. We're going to go 8-4 anyway. It doesn't matter. Go 2-10 for all I care. How many wins do we have, Russ? 5? Go 5-7. I'll trade 5-7 for Tony Vitello. This athletic director hates us, Russ. He hates us. He hates us Southerners. He hates us poor people. He hates the Knoxville community. All he likes are those green dollars and cents. And this is another example, and I'm sick of it.
Well, thank you, Stevie. I think Danny White, I don't think he realizes what's going to happen here if Tony leaves.
No,
this fan base is, I don't know if they're going to turn on him, Bob, but he's going to go from being, king of the castle, 99% approval rating to be more fitty-fitty.
Yeah, somebody, Brian on X posted, does Danny have any idea the storm that's about to embark on him?
It's going to be ugly if he lets Tony walk.
Oh, there's going to be some hurtful things said. Very hurtful. Don't take Tony away from us, Danny.
We'll send Danny to San Francisco and keep Tony. Can we work that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, Bob.
Danny Upcharge is what I call it now. Thank you.
Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Walker. I'm Russell. Have a great evening. We'll do it again tomorrow right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.